We are live.
You are an enemy of progress sometimes, my sister. Welcome to News and Nonsense on a Monday evening. Not no longer. It's not at noon. It's at 7 o'clock tonight, Monday, the 15th of September. I'm Auntie aka Azul, aka the auntie of all aunties. And I feel a bit rusty doing News and Nonsense now. I'm here with...
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
Auntie Farrah will be joining us very soon. She's just wrapping up her life business and she'll be with us soon. Nana, before we get into the news and nonsense of this week, what does everybody need to do?
Okay, people, please book the like button on entry. Share this live with people as well. And then you also need to sign up to our YouTube membership. It's $1.99 to just support us, or $4.99 to be a member of our family. I'm going to be putting the link in the chat. Please sign up, and you can also gift as well if you want to. If you want to, donate, you can donate some memberships, and we still are doing Sunday tithes, even though it's Monday.
Yes, it's been a long time. Guys, you know my favorite bit. These are just our opinions. We're not experts. This is the ultimate cool aunties WhatsApp group. If you want actuals and factuals, ask TLC, Google, or phone a friend. And any links we share are for you to go and do your own research. Please, thank you, good night, hello, all that good stuff. Who's in the chat? Who's here with us today?
Who do we have? Okay. All right, so first, bright and early, we have Yvonne in the house. Jordan Parker is with us. Cher is in the house as well. We have C in the house. Sora is with us. Fashion for Crime is with us as well. Will Smith is in the house. Kevin, aka Master K, is with us as well. Is that Pravitia, I think.
Pravitera. Welcome. You're new.
I know I've not seen that name before, but welcome. And we have AA in the house, and Yvette is with us as well. Hello, everybody, and hello to Instagram as well.
Hello, everybody. I'm a bit tired, I think, today. My back is hurting as well, so I'm adjusting to being an old lady. Do you know, I really am adjusting to being an old lady.
No, honestly, I have to wear glasses. I thought I was okay until I put the glasses on. I was like, oh, it's a lot clearer. But they may go soon, though, because I can't have them on for too long. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, no, it's better for me. But yeah, I'm just a little bit tired. But guys, we missed you. I missed seeing you guys live in the moment. It's been a long couple of Sundays. Been very busy. I'm very sorry. Very sorry. It's only going to get worse because it's award season. But anyway, here we are. First up, let me line up myself because it's been a madness. It's actually been a madness for the past 2-3 weeks.
We've missed like so much of different pieces of news of late. You know, it's been a bit madness. Oh, hang on, let me get this one. Share membership testimonial. I have been a member for many months and it's changed my life. My edges has grown. I sleep better, and I bought my first Jaguar. That's all due to Aunties Could Never.
What, a Jaguar? How you mean, fam? What's that?
Can you all see this, guys? Can you all see what happens? See your age mate? Come and join us.
Why do I want a Jaguar? What's my favorite car? What's your favorite car, Nana?
Oh, the Bentley.
Oh, is it? I don't care about cars.
Yeah.
I like nice cars when I see them. I do love a good old Mini, but I don't care about cars, I believe.
I cannot wait to buy a Bentley. Can't wait.
I always wanted a Carrera. I thought they were cute. And those cute... I know, it's a sports car. And those cute kind of 1950s cars. I had a moment where I really wanted one of those. And they were pastel coloured. And I just wanted to put my glasses on and put a scarf around my neck and go down the countryside.
That's kind of like what I want to do on a bike. Because I want like a pastel coloured bike with a basket. So I could wear a scarf and go riding.
My daughter bought one of them old school ones. It's on the balcony. She hasn't used it more than twice. She had it for a bit through lockdown. Her and her boyfriend used to go riding. She hasn't used it for a very long time. Will Smith, get out of here, man. I don't know what it is with you and Shaka Bars. It's going to be a very good interview. It's coming out soon.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys are going to enjoy it. I definitely think so. I've probably got half an hour in editing.
Oh, is it?
It doesn't even need much editing. It's actually a really good episode. It's a good one.
If we do so ourselves.
Yes.
All right, guys. Let's get into the news and nonsense, because there's a lot that we've missed, and you're going to have to help us because there might be some stuff that we still over miss. So first and foremost, as you well know, the YouTuber / not even an actual politician, but has been treated like a politician, Charlie Kirk.
We can call him an activist. Can you even?
Activist. He's not a politician.
No, he's not a politician at all.
And yeah, maybe he's an activist. Okay, all right. Let me not be closed-minded and ignorant to a space that I've not frequented. I've not really paid much attention to him until he, I remember him, but anyway, whatever. So basically, Charlie Kirk has been murdered. Some people say assassinated. For not yet clear for his views or not. We don't know. He was shot dead during a public event at a Utah university on the 10th of September. A single shot fired from a rooftop as he spoke to a crowd of 3,000 people. The suspect has been identified as Tyler Robinson, who's only 22 years old. His family, his own dad turned him in to leading to the arrest. Firearm and casing engraved with slogans were found near the scene. Investigators are pushing for the death penalty. President Trump and other leaders have expressed shock and grief. Political tensions over rising violence in the US. What's going on? What do you think? So I'll just play this video and we'll get into the weeds of what the fallout of this.
Authorities in Utah are poring over what they call a mountain of evidence against 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, the man authorities say fired that single fatal shot, killing Charlie Kirk. The district attorney saying they hope to file charges by tomorrow, but authorities say they're receiving little help from the suspect who turned himself in Thursday.
He's not cooperating, but all the people around him are cooperating.
Utah's governor saying they have interviewed Robinson's roommate, with whom they say he was romantically involved. Authorities say it was his own father who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office after seeing those grainy pictures that were shared with the public. And according to the New York Times, those images were also recognized by acquaintances of the suspect in a group chat on a messaging app. Several of the group members apparently joking with the alleged shooter about how he resembled the person in the photos. The messages described by the Times reportedly show one user tagging the suspect's username and asking, "Where are you at?" with a skull emoji. Suspect quickly responding that the man in the picture was his doppelganger and that people were trying to get him in trouble. Law enforcement is now reviewing this video obtained by TMZ, which appears to show the suspect walking towards campus at 8:07 a.m. In another video obtained by TMZ is a man appearing to match the description of the alleged shooter. Police say he appears to walk with a stiff right leg. Law enforcement sources telling us they believe he was hiding his long gun underneath his clothing. Hours later, as Charlie Kirk fired up the crowd, tossing out hats, authorities say the suspect made his way to the roof of a building about 175 yards from the stage and waited out of sight. At 12:22 p.m., investigators say the alleged shooter sprang into that sniper position. A minute later, at 12:23 p.m., Kirk began answering a question about gun violence.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
The suspect taking that single shot and then dropping off the roof. And this morning, tributes are pouring in for Kirk, who turned out millions of young voters for President Trump's re-election campaign and whose ultra-conservative views earned him a massive online following, as well as many detractors. Overnight, lawmakers honoring Kirk at the Kennedy Center in Washington. Charlie Kirk's widow speaking out for the first time over the weekend, holding back tears for the 31-year-old husband and the father of her children.
I will never, ever have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart.
And the funeral and memorial for Charlie Kirk is now set for this coming Sunday at State Farm Stadium just outside Phoenix. That's where the Arizona Cardinals play. It's got a capacity of 70,000 people. President Trump said that he will be there. He has also ordered flags lowered to have staff starting late Wednesday. George.
Matt Gutman, thank
So,
Welcome back, everyone. Now to our ABC News.
Oh, didn't know that. More stories. So, Where do we start? Where do you go? What's your first initial thoughts?
Okay, so when it all kicked off, like this is probably within the first 20 minutes, and it was uploaded. It was actually Dr. Scholler. I was scrolling, and I, against my will, actually watched the whole thing happening because she put the whole video out there. And I from immediately was like, there is zero way this man is surviving, because all of the blood was coming out. It was literally like, this is horrific. Like he cannot survive this. And it felt like immediately they're going to blame the left. And that is what proceeded to follow through afterwards. That I was like, it just felt too, whenever there's a tragedy, it's like, well, who wins from this? Who actually gains from somebody being assassinated and there being chaos and dissent? And it seemed like this is what the right have always wanted. You wanted a war, and followed by people talking about, this is war. This is you guys against us. And I did chink a little smile within 24 hours when it came through that it was right-wing, well, at least his family is right-wing anyway, white man from Utah, born and raised in Utah, got a gun when he was 12 years old, is out here gun-toting, basically the type of family that Charlie says is all American and he loves them. I was like, that's what is that? Poetic justice in a way? Can we say that? And then to follow, I will leave it to you in a second. He has the same birthday as George Floyd. I feel like there is something in that. The 14th of October. They are actually, so they are 20 years apart. George Floyd is 1973. He was born 1993. I feel like there is just something in that. There's some type of synchronicities within that as well.
Yeah. It's so funny because I think because I've been so busy and I saw it unfolding and I was like, okay, I didn't see the actual footage of it. I just saw that, it stops on the thing. Let me stop this for a second. And when I saw all the outpouring and knew it was going to be blamed on the left, President Trump is so irresponsible as a leader to then just, without any evidence, out any facts, just say the radical left this, radical left that. There's also been, as has been reported, there was another politician who was murdered. Her name was, let's have a look, a Democratic lawmaker, Melissa Hortman, and her husband, Mark, were murdered in what officials called a politically motivated attack also, with another Democrat, State Senator John Hoffman, and his wife also shot and wounded. The killings were both carried out by 57-year-old Vance Luther Bolter, and they've been described as a direct assault on democracy. President Trump offered no response or condemnation. No. And silence has drawn criticism. So there's that seems to be like that was okay. But yet this non-politician, this YouTuber who's become popular, who's a very far right-wing conservative, is getting all the attention and praise. And what is most surprising for me is the amount of Black people that are supporting him are crying along. My daughter came home one day and said, "Mum, what's going on? Because who is this Charlie Kirk guy?" Because someone that she knows quite well, she said she was surprised to see that they posted on Facebook or something on socials, like, "Pray for Charlie, I'm really sad. This is a sad day for Christians," all this stuff. So Black Christians have decided to forgo every single thing this man has said, just hone in on the LGBTQ side that appeals to their Christianity, Christian homophobia or Christian doctrine. So that's all that you're going to discount the fact that this man does not like you, does not care about you, is all about the Aryan race, the white perfect race. And you as a Black Christian in your foolishness is out here crying and defending and speaking out and saying that people and just getting upset with people who are dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave. How do you feel about people dancing on Charlie's grave? Do you think that's okay? Do you think that now's not the time? Do you think it's
the thing of the celebrating? I personally wouldn't do that just karmically, but I don't think that if somebody wants to do it, because at the same time, 2 months after George Floyd was murdered, he was on the internet talking about that wasn't a murder. I watched that 9 minutes and 53 seconds. He died from a fentanyl overdose. So, and he was calling him a scumbag. So realistically, to me, it's like, if he hadn't led the life he had led, then I'd be more inclined to be like, like, he's just a right winger, really. But he also was disgusting. He also spoke about public executions. You just happen to have one. Like, I don't think there's anything for the celebrations. For me, it's like, okay, do what you want to do. He was heinous, so I understand it. I also get, for the point of the Christians, and it really landed for me in Sideman David speaking about the Christian mission and repenting and actually forgiving all sinners, and you shouldn't rejoice in somebody's death. I was like, okay, I understand, but it still felt like Christian virtual signaling for them to be sitting up there talking about, may he rest in peace, and crying over him. I was like, no, there's something insidious about this, because you can be a Christian and not celebrate anything. You don't need to then be out here kind of chastising other people that are going against him. You can just sit down and pray for him in your own time. You ain't got to put it in your stories. I hated seeing that. I hate what Sasha Krep's baby mom has turned into. I really despair at some of the Christian influences and the influence that they have on our young people, because they are really presenting themselves like absolute coconuts.
That's what's scary to me. I think it's hella disappointing to see Black people forgetting everything. It's so bizarre. And this is why it's so bizarre to see Black people supporting him and crying and taking to the internet and getting it. Like, the man would never do that for you. Never. This is giving this my man from Django holding his white massa crying. He would never. He doesn't want you. He didn't like you. He didn't want you. He's anti anyone that's not blonde and blue eyed. You know what I mean? Anyone that's not white, I should say. And his missus, who's become a martyred widow, is going to carry on the fight. So imagine an angry white woman, widowed, angry white woman, carrying on this rhetoric, and you lot all going to back her. You lot are crazy. Crazy. And you wouldn't come out and speak about anything else, but you've taken time to get onto the internet and cry about this white man that didn't care. And rest in peace, because may your soul rest in peace, because on earth you were not peaceful. On earth you were a rabble rouser. On earth you did not give people peace or bring peace. You were not someone that was a peaceful leader. So may you rest in peace. May you, whatever happens in the afterlife, may that find you, and whatever happens, where you get what you're supposed to deserve in the afterlife. I don't know what happens out there. But no, Black people, stop it, because it's bad enough we've got all these people, and even some of the celebrities that are saying, no, we shouldn't. Why are you not talking when you don't talk about other things?
Exactly.
Why is anyone feeling compelled to talk about this in this moment? Because you actually don't have to say anything. I don't think this is one of those ones where why isn't so-and-so celebrity singer, pop singer, actor speaking on this. I don't think this is not what's going on in Gaza. This is not what's going on in Sudan or Congo. This is not that. This is a political right-wing leader was assassinated. You actually don't have to say anything.
It's really strange, and his kind of like Charlie Kirk has been martyred as well. I was literally like, what the hell is this sentiment? Yeah. Calling it an assassination. No, he was murdered. He's not a political leader in any way, shape, or form. He's never ran for anything. He's not a governor. He literally set up a group. He is an activist. He rebel rises. He gets people to be Republicans. That's what he does.
He's a campaigner at best.
That's what he is at best. But generally, he goes around just chatting shit and stirring up hordes of white people. Like, we saw all of the people in Utah. I mean, obviously, you would expect that Utah is going to be very much white, but that was a full-on white crowd. And why the left even got involved, and what is annoying me as well, is it was the state, the governor, when he came out and he was praying for 33 hours that it was going to be a foreigner or somebody from another country or out of state that killed him, because it would be easier on us. I was literally like, you guys are so sick in the heads, and anybody who isn't white, how can you listen to that and not be like, shit, they were ready to come for us.
Yeah.
He literally has an Asian man standing behind him. Like, you know, he was like, I'm mad. Like, do you not think he's talking about you? He wanted a brown face. Literally was what they were after. A brown face, then maybe a lefty. Like, they were so wanting it to be somebody other than a white person. I had to smile a little bit that it was a white man. Because who else does shootings like that anyway? Generally, it's white men.
It had to be a white man, and then in every way, shape, or form. Who watched black person's gonna? I mean, not to rule out, but not in this setting. And I'm also. It's so weird because now you're forcing us to say mad things like, "I'm glad it was." I'm glad it was that. We are the victims. We are the ones. Black people and non-white people are the ones who sit there praying that it's not someone from their community because of what happens to us. And then for the marchers, those are the marches that took place, like "Take Back America, Take Back America." Take it back from who? It was a white man that did it. Who are you fighting? That's it. Fight back. Yeah. Who are you fighting back to? It was white. A white man did it. And now the stories are coming out. Okay, so he had a trans partner. And
I just don't even believe that for a second.
I mean, his roommate is there. So, I mean, I haven't seen footage of his roommate. I don't know what his roommate looks like. Apparently, they were lovers. And apparently, he was a supporter of Joe Biden. So, but all of the thing is, but yeah, as you said, he was raised on guns. That the NRA kind of First Amendment, whatever the kind of right to bear arms thing. He was raised under that mantle. So yes, he had the right to bear arms, and then this is what he did. He was taught to shoot from 12. Yeah. So this is the outcome. He's been radicalized. Even if he's been radicalized by the left, whatever's happening on the earth in politics today has radicalized this young boy. The kids are damaged. They've been so damaged. And you've got this following of people. So even if he himself is a left winger, his parents are right wing. So what does that mean? And if he's gone against his parents' ideals, there's that. So let's look at what's going on in the home there. Then also, if he is a lefty who feels like my existence on this world is going to be challenged because of these radical right wingers, this is what happened. This is also the problem. So Donald Trump, instead of accusing the left and celebrating this guy's passing, I'm not saying you have to say anything more than this was a horrible thing that happened. There's no room for political violence, and leave it at that. Don't then start pushing.
We're coming for the left. We need to shut down all of the left media. They did this. Like, literally, it's like you don't even know who did it. So you were all hoping it was gonna be some flipping Trustafarian out here, like shooting up the place. Like and then you do have Candace Owens, who is apparently his bestie. She's leaning towards this is an absolute setup, and he was being blackmailed in some way by billionaires. She hasn't named anybody, but she said she is going to start releasing receipts. She said he was murdered by billionaires who he had started going against their agenda because he was one with Israel at one point. He was beginning to question what was going on with Israel, and pressure was being placed on him for the last 2 weeks of his life by billionaires. This is what she is saying. She is like, this is a setup. He was done over, and she's going to start releasing the receipts.
Well, do you know what? And the thing is, to be fair, I didn't listen to all of her thing because she seemingly looked like she was fake crying. So I was like, I don't have the energy for this because her fake emotion, or seemingly a fake emotion. So I didn't get to the end of all of what she was saying. But that's kind of what I thought. Like, this seems too clean. The timing, and this guy's 22. Yeah, you're a sharpshooter. But again, you can take anybody in. At this point, we don't know. We could never trust anything that goes on this earth. We don't know. So I kind of was like, when I didn't hear that, but somewhere or something, or whether it's just my own thinking, who is this? And if he was going against billionaires and had such power in rousing people, because all he had to say was like, is the billionaires also a problem? Because that's another thing. When you really are for the people, you cannot be for billionaires controlling the world either. You just can't.
She said that he did take money from them as well. She was like, he did take money from them. They were making demands on him. I'm here to hear what the receipts are. At this moment in time, it's like, it's all a pantomime. However, it's going to be played on the stage. It's like, well, I'm interested in hearing the other sides because it's such a precise shot. And you can radicalize a weak mind for anything that you want. Like the CIA do that all the time. They say they are a part of this set and they're working for another set. It's like, who knows if this guy was just susceptible to ideology, and you know he has a phenomenal shot and he is prepared to kill, he can be radicalized by anyone. You can tell him it's for the left.
Yeah. I wanted to share this.
But this to me just serves Trump and the right, and Trump wanting some type of civil war of any type of faction to take place so that he can mandate that he doesn't leave office.
Yeah. And
he wants an autocracy. So you actually have to have some type of a dissent where people are like, the only person that can save us is you.
Yeah.
Then you don't leave.
It's crazy. And the thing is, we got 3 more years of Trump, unless he's ousted. And even like the Epstein shit, it's not even. It could, I wanted to play. I haven't really vetted it, but people calling in to speak on what Charlie Kirk stood for. Oh, so let's play it, and we'll figure out whether there's any kind of good comments out of this.
So we've seen debates where he's been dismantled by Oxford students and what have you, but I think he appeals to.
Well, at least he went out there in the online age. If he's going out there and actually engaging with people, then he's got a lot more, if courage is the right word, than some of the other people occupying the same space.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, he's pushing certain points of view, which I don't want to go into too much detail.
Why not?
But well, if you want me to, I mean, there were certain things he was coming out with which were very good. You know, I agreed with certain things he said.
Like what?
Other things, well, family values, promoting bringing up children in a safe and stable environment.
That's fairly. I don't think anybody's in favour of unstable environments, are they?
Yeah,
I think he said. Did he say that Taylor Swift should submit to her husband at some point?
Yeah, that's one of the things he said, which I don't agree with. I mean, I think he was pushing it from a certain point of view. Certain things of common sense any decent person would agree with. A lot of the stuff was things that he was pushing, things like the Great Replacement theory on the record.
He's one of those, is he? Hang on, I think we may have that. Let's just have a listen to that, just to be absolutely clear.
You know, it's dramatic. The invasion of the country. We're going to talk more about that. We're going to talk about how the other side has openly admitted that this is about bringing in voters that they want and they like, and honestly diminishing and decreasing white demographics in America. We're going to say that part out loud because so many people in the corporate media are afraid to talk about it.
Wow. I mean, bits of corporate media I'm familiar with never talk about anything else. But that is just not true, is it? The idea that senior Democrats have come out and said we are deliberately trying to replace the white population with non-white people because non-white people are somehow more likely to vote for us.
I mean, that's just scratching the surface of a lot of the falsities he was promoting. Right. Going back to COVID and beyond, he even was very vocal criticism he expressed about the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Well, he didn't like that.
How can you possibly say that wasn't a good thing? To giving civil rights to hundreds and thousands, millions of black Americans. It's just shocking that but unfortunately that was gaining a lot of traction. And if you compare it, for example, to the shooting of these Democratic lawmakers, was it Melissa Hoffman and her husband? They were murdered.
Yes.
Trial still going on. That's most people have forgotten about it completely because they were older, middle-aged people. They didn't have a following. They're just politicians. But this guy had a core core appeal to young.
Well, that's just a little overview of some. I guess he's explaining. I thought this guy was, what he stood for. Yeah, just explaining what Charlie stood for, things like that. But yeah, he was anti-civil rights. So all the blacks are just like, yes, this is our king and our Christian leader. Just need to kick rocks, man. You're not crazy. Welcome, Farrah. Any thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Any thoughts on him?
Yes.
Do you know what? I am indifferent, and indifference means that I'm not celebrating his death, but I'm indifferent to the fact that he's dead. Mm-hmm. Because this is a man who all you guys just said everything that he stood for and what he said about, he said black women don't have the brain capacity to make decisions.
Yeah.
So this black woman is deciding to be indifferent about his death.
Yeah. We don't
And
know,
imagine saying that, and Candy, well, as Candy Sowen says, is your bestie. She is supposed to be your best friend. Like my best friend saying, putting it out there, yeah, black women, like basically you're all stupid. And I'm still gonna be brethren with you. Like Candy Sowens, again, I don't even know what has happened to her brain, how she moves with these people and speaks with such conviction. Yeah. Like I don't know what I don't know what that is. Like when black people really are like, I'm literally gonna be a Stephen. I don't understand how you get there in your face, and you are gonna stand by these people that basically see you as a fifth class citizen. Like they see you just above a horse, and you're gonna be riding out for them. Like beggars believe.
He said slavery was better for us.
Yeah. Well, he's anti-civil rights. We were better off locked up.
Yeah, we were better off slaves. You know, women don't have any brains.
He said
black women specifically don't have any brains. You know, it's just like I don't understand. I don't understand a few things. I don't understand how people can expect the people that he spoke so disgustingly about to come out and be like, what do they want? Do they want tears? He's not the first person that's been shot. He isn't the last. They don't even want to look at gun rights. He himself said that you need these shootings. He said it. He said it.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do? And the fact that what's really pissing me off is that a white person shot him in a predominantly white area or during a predominantly white fucking rally, and then they're talking about the immigrants. They're talking, you know, the HBCUs had to be on lockdown because of this.
Yeah.
You've got the governor or whoever the fuck he was coming out and saying, oh, I hope that it's I really prayed. I prayed. He used the word prayed that it was someone other than us.
Yeah.
Like, and you want us to be sympathetic. There are fucking people dying in the world, right? There are people who are being genocided across the globe. I have empathy and sympathy about them because they don't have a voice. I care about those people.
Yeah.
He also said he doesn't believe that empathy is helpful to anybody. And
correct. Which is why I said, let's honor his wishes.
Yes.
I actually said that online. Let's honor his wishes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm more emotional about the blacks that I'm seeing supporting him than anything. And his thing, because you also have to mind what you say these days. You have to actually mind what you say. And that's another thing. People being mindful of what you say, because no one's being mindful. People just saying anything, and people in positions of power are just saying anything, anyhow, instead of like bringing people together. It's really amazing to see that they want us to be infighting and relying on.
Starmer came out and made not an announcement, but he came out and made a statement in regards to this guy's death.
Yeah.
Fucking Starmer, who a couple of days before had the president of Israel for dinner.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've come out and you've made a statement. You said it's abhorrent. Let's get it clear. Let's not get it twisted, yeah? Charlie was not a politician. He was a political analyst. He was not the leader of any country. He was not even the leader of any party. Why is the Prime Minister of of Great Britain coming out and making a statement about this man? But you come out and make statements when people are killed across the globe who are political colonists. You don't say anything. You haven't even come out and said anything about the 250 odd journalists who have been killed by Israel in Palestine. You haven't even come out and said anything about the journalists that were killed in a hospital with live streams. You didn't come out and say nothing, but you're coming out and you're acting like we should all be here with our tissues. I'm not here with my tissues. I'm indifferent to his death. He's answered to one person and one person only. That's it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think it's that. I was gonna well, no, that is that. Just when we were talking about blacks, slightly. Actually, no, do you want to get some comments, Nana, from anybody? There's been loads of chat.
Okay. Stephen A just said KS is fully a dickhead. I'm so disappointed by him. Let's see how long he lasts. Anyway, He's got a lot of shit on at the moment. Sasha P says folks have sold out their race for supremacy adjacency. Not even shocked anymore. I know, I feel you. I just find it so disappointing.
Yeah, I'm apathetic at the moment. It's so annoying.
And online says Candy Sowens was best mates with Charlie Kirk and had the same views. Don't forget the Vim for her. Most definitely.
We got Vim for
It's
all
true.
day
It's
long.
only recently she's coming out and trying to redefine herself.
But she still can't help herself. And that's the thing.
This
That's
showed her.
when she did her video, like that's my best friend. You're barely crying if that is your best friend, first of all. So it says seen it all controlled and contrived. And again, as we've all said, how can you be best friend? How can you say that's my best friend? My best friend who doesn't like your existence, or only tolerates you because you are coconuts. Even I like coconuts. What can I say? A bounty.
She's a bounty.
And I don't like bounty chocolate, but it's coconut.
There you go. That's what she is.
It's like, what the hell? Like, how can you? Just as an aside about when it comes to blacks coconutting for white.
No, what you're going to show.
No, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen this. Did you see this? Like Herschel.
That's not what I thought he was going to show.
Yeah, have a look at this.
Senator Ted Cruz. He is a man of great faith, discipline, dependability, and resilience. Indeed, when it comes to discipline, one of the things I've learned about Herschel is he doesn't breakfast and he doesn't eat lunch.
That's right. He can't figure out how to use a fork. So Herschel is not what you might call a scholar.
He's being sworn in as in a political position. This is the context. So when I saw that, I was like, anyway, just watch.
Let's just say if it wasn't for football, there's a chance Herschel might not have gotten into college.
At one time, science said man came from apes. Did it not? Well, this was interesting, though. If that is true, why are there still apes? Think about it.
I haven't been able to stop thinking about it for years since you said it. So with that kind of brain power sloshing around in his head, it was time for the H-man to answer some questions.
What policy approaches, in your judgment, should we pursue to help the Bahamas resist Chinese pressure?
Sorry, he's been made the ambassador for Bahamas or trade or something.
Oh my God.
For America.
Oh, this should be good.
One of the things that I feel that I would do to get China to is continue to work with the Bahamian people to make sure that we become the partner of choice, and at the same time work with a lot of the American companies to come to the Bahamas to see the key investments that they can make down in the Bahamas to combat against China, because I think they're coming down with a lot of money.
Well, maybe sports don't prepare you for life, you know? You just to Margaritaville and tell him he's in the Bahamas. Welcome, Ambassador Walker. Can I get you a double cheeseburger in paradise? Oh, right, you don't eat lunch. Never mind. If confirmed, Walker would join another former football player in the Trump administration. Last month, he named Hall of Fame linebacker Lawrence Taylor to his council on sports, fitness, and nutrition, though that seemed to be news to Lawrence.
I'm just proud to be on this team. I don't know why. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing, but I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve you. Okay, so I'm going to do the best I can for as long as I can. Thank you very much.
I'm going to serve you. I'm going to standing in the White House telling the white man, I'm going to serve you. Fuck off.
And I don't know what I'm doing here. When I saw this, I was
I don't care. I'm going to serve you.
And this is when they're going to talk about, because obviously they always say that there's no black people in the Trump administration. This is the type of blacks that they'll put in the forefront. Two former footballers who probably have CTE and stuff.
They definitely do.
I don't even know.
They definitely
do.
But Herschel already has been a problem from day one. I didn't know about this next one that's talking about, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here to serve you. And this is the type of people.
Because he knows that they're not going to do nothing. They're just for the cameras. So they're not going to ask any questions because they don't know any answers, and they're just going to be like paid. That's it.
And that's
he knows what he's doing.
Lawrence Taylor is a sex offender and drug addict.
Well, he's part of the fucking Trump clan, isn't it? That's probably how he got the job.
You can't have a thinking Negro. You have to have a yes sir Marson Negro.
I mean, it is definitely a tool that white supremacy does anyway. I always say this whenever they put black people, when they start giving money for events and they're like, oh, we're feeding into the black community, and you'll have these community leaders that come along, and then within 5 years it was all defunct. They were spunking the money. They weren't, the people that you amplify are not going to uphold the community. You know this. You know that you're putting them out there to fail. The guy didn't even look like he knew where he was walking to next. Like literally, somebody wheeled him out and said, talk, and then he was like, where else do I go? Like, come on, they know what they're doing, and they do this all the time. It demoralizes us. They know it's for two purposes. Yes. White people think they're superior, black people feel demoralized.
Yeah.
Wheel them out.
All of that. Yes, Nana, all of that. Absolutely hit the nail on the head.
Oh, I was so disgusted when I saw it. I was like, no, are we here? Are we here?
I told you, it's a pantomime. We are here.
Oh, you did it.
Thank you, Kevin.
Classic political theatre, aunties. Yes. Yes. I told you, the Emperor's New Clothes. It's just all a farce. We're sitting here looking at someone pretending that they're wearing fashion and they're not. Sorry.
Let me do it.
Sorry. That's why they hate Obama and anyone intelligent. Exactly. You can't have a thought process and be a part of that. Trump's administration specifically. All right, guys. So moving on. Far right rally in London draws over 100,000 people. More than 100,000 people joined the Unite Kingdom rally in London, organised by far-right activist Tommy Robinson. The event featured a video address from Elon Musk, of all people, and was marked by violent clashes with police. So we're going to go through some stuff. First of all, just an overview of what actually happened there.
Please do this, are ya? Traitors, mate, a lot of ya. This is our country. You should be here standing with us. Woo!
Thousands of protesters hit the streets of London, England on Saturday to protest immigration. The Unite the Kingdom march, organized by far-right British activist Tommy Robinson, saw a sea of British and English flags, along with signs that read, quote, "Stop the boats and send them home." Counter-protests also took place. Over 1,000 police officers were deployed to keep the two groups separated. It comes after an increase in debate over migrants that are entering the UK without authorization. This summer saw a number of anti-migrant protests outside hotels housing asylum seekers following the arrest of an Ethiopian migrant who was later convicted of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl.
It is very important. They need to stop illegal migration into this country. It's tearing us apart. You know, we've got people here, the veterans, our veterans that fought for us and for our freedom, lying on the streets with nowhere to go. But you pop in, get rid of your documents, and you can have a 4-star hotel, free board and lodge.
Well, there's a fear that the far right are trying to take over. So there's a fear of a rise of that sort of thing, but also the way immigrants and asylum seekers are blamed for what's wrong here. It's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. And I think it's racist.
Lord.
Can I just highlight a couple of things that I saw before you say what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Just a couple of quick things. So it's an anti-immigration march, right? It's a basically Britain first, Britain for Britons, right? Mm-hmm. And then you've got someone wearing a Trump hat, right? You've got an Israeli flag, and you've got people chatting about there's veterans on the street who fought for our freedom. What freedom? Yeah. Because the last I knew, in this world of ours, there's only 22 countries out of all of the countries in the world that were never colonized and conquered and invaded by Britain. So whose fucking freedom?
The protests. It was actually mad. Trying to navigate taking my son into Peckham just to escort him, just in case, because you know they're always on the trains, especially from East London traveling in. There was no problems, but what was notable on the streets of London was there was very few black people, because it was all going around, black folks, just stay in your house. And it infuriates me because that's what these guys wanted. And the police were in cahoots with them, that you didn't have any facial recognition, software, anything out there, with all of these people who are known to beat you guys up, but you'll do that at the carnival when people ain't even attacking the police at carnival. But you saw them attacking horses, trying to fight the policemen, and you had 9 arrests. It doesn't make any sense. But everybody is in cahoots with this. I don't even blame these people. I actually think Unite the Kingdom is a really good slogan as well. I was like, well done for people that seemingly only have 5 brain cells. Are surprised that anyone came up with that. Like, oh, that's actually quite smart. And all of the flags and everything else. What was also infuriating was the sheer amount of black people that were there.
Yes.
Literally, like, what is going on?
That's what I thought you were going to show.
Too many black people were there, like chatting shit and talking to all the content creators. Too many black men.
Yeah.
I've got
there was a guy in a fucking Union Jack suit.
Yeah, that was a Ghanaian uncle, apparently, is in the junior. There's always one of them every year, some sort of auntie or uncle in their freaking all together suits.
There's a bunch of Caribbeans in there as well, man. Trust me. It's just black people across the board.
So these people are talking.
What's your name? Why are you here today?
I'm Anne. That's Andy, my husband. We want our children to be able to speak without being prosecuted or being arrested. We don't want them to have tweets on X or anything else and being criminalized for thoughts. I think everybody should be able to speak, say whatever they want to say. I don't care how bad it is, because at the end of the day, we can always
inciting violence.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't.
That's the limit for you guys.
Absolutely.
So you're very much here for the free speech element of the process. Lots of people seem to be here for different reasons.
Yeah.
The most people I've spoken to today has been anti-immigration.
That too as well.
That's your point.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can't just let people in without any kind of checks.
Absolutely, because we've had to. I mean, he's born here, but I'm married to him, and I've had to pay to get everything done. You know, to be legalized. I don't accept anybody coming here on a boat and then getting a hotel room, 5-star hotel, and everything else that goes with it. I'm totally against that. For those who have come here legally, it is morally wrong for those that have come here illegally to be allowed to stay. And then we have veterans on the streets, people with mental health conditions, they're on the streets because they can't keep a home. Well, house everybody else here first. And after you do that, then you can bring in other people.
What do you think to people who would label a protest like this as being racist and far right?
Because it's ignorance.
To want to protect your home is not being far right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying we don't want immigrants in the country. That's what people are saying. They say they want people who are here legally to come through the right routes. And also, you can't just let anybody into your home. You have to protect it. I mean, it is legal to claim asylum in a country, no matter how you do that. It's legal to claim asylum, but not in. It should be the first country where you feel safe, not coming from wherever you're coming from.
From France.
They're from France. France is a safe country.
That's the first world country.
The whole of Europe is a safe continent. What's your main concern about free speech in this country as it stands? You can't tweet. Please stop in the door. Yeah, you can't say anything within reason. People just turn up. But the tweets that I'm aware of, I mean, you can point me in a different direction. They have been inciting violence. No. As I said before, if you incite violence, that's what the law is, right? But you can't be. The police can't come to your door because you've responded to a tweet, and the person who's calling the police on you is saying, "I feel anxious about anxiety." That's how it goes. I'm a massive left winger, so I like coming to things like this to try and understand why people aren't.
Yeah, because you're right. We don't have to agree. You're left, I'm right. I mean, we don't have to agree, but it doesn't mean we should kill each other.
And plus, we
over
can learn from
my
each other.
thoughts. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
No systems.
Yeah, we can all learn from each other. Yeah.
I've learned a lot today, so thank you so much for talking.
I mean, what did
Does
you
she
learn
not
from
know
this?
that they're going to say to her, get out, you're not English. You go back to where you came from. Listen to you, you're not from here. Doesn't she get it?
No.
Does she not understand?
And then these
That
lot.
99% of these people are marching against her.
Yeah, it's very strange. And then these lot doing the hack.
Over to King Charles, who's going to lead us in Haka. To Tonga.
Ow. Okay, enough. But I mean, I don't know what spirits they're evoking, and what
is that? No, but that's the thing. That's
Like-
something sacred.
Right.
They've taken something sacred and they're using it in this place. There
Around
are people
Charlie
in
Kirk.
New Zealand. Okay. There are people in New Zealand now who look at the women. The woman that was in the Parliament and she did the chant and she
Yeah.
ripped up the piece of paper that basically
Yeah.
takes away all of their rights. This is something spiritual. These people, your ancestors are turning in their graves. Like, just be ready to meet the devil when you die, because you can't do shit like that, man. Seriously, you can't do stuff like that. What the fuck does Charlie Kirk have to do with the UK? What does he have to do with it?
What's he even got to
That's
do
your
with
God.
Maoris? Like,
What
what the hell?
does he have to do with it?
Wow. Flip's sake.
And then we're going to talk about.
Yvette is asking, what are they doing?
Say that again.
Yvette was asking, what are they doing?
They're doing so. It's a chant. It's
the haka, yeah.
Yeah. So it's the native indigenous people of New Zealand. It's a chant that they do, and also in like the Pacifics anyway. It's like they do stuff like that in Hawaii and those kind of islands anyway. So it's a really spiritual thing that they're doing, and they're fucking doing it to invoke this racism. It's just wild to me. How dare you go to a march like this? You're actually the people that they don't want here. They don't want you here. What is it with these people of color that go to these places? It's like you, Nana. It astounds me because I don't understand. I don't get it. And this
then
dickhead.
you had this immigrant talking about. There's 2 points that he made. I was like, this is, and it's so dangerous. They beamed him out, Scotty, to the crowd, and Tommy Robinson was interviewing him.
Government against the people, and not for the people. This is why everyone is gathered here today, is something's got to be done. This is unacceptable. The government needs to be responsible to the people of Britain. It needs to protect Britain. It needs to protect the weak, those who cannot protect themselves, especially the children. And when I read about some of the horrific stories and how the government did nothing and tried to hide it, they try to hide these horrific crimes. And then you see how much violence there's on the left, with our friend Charlie Kirk getting murdered in cold blood this week, and people on the left celebrating it openly. The left is the party of murder.
That's what he's saying.
And celebrating murder. I mean, let that sink in for a minute.
The thing is, though,
That's who we're dealing with here.
I've not actually seen anybody celebrating this. I've not seen like there being parties in the street and people saying yeah and banners saying he. I've not seen any form of celebration. I have seen indifference. Why should we cry over this man?
I've seen people like saying, "Yeah, oh well." And celebrating is a broad term for people not being indifference to or hold.
But it's indifferent.
So
they're two separate things.
There are people who are cussing, but it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, and I think there's an element of etiquette that you can. Everyone has the right. If you don't like what Elon's saying, which is dangerous and wrong, is exaggerating, talking about the violent left. We don't have violent left in the UK. We actually don't. There might be in America radical lefties. There might be radical lefties because there's a bit of radicalization that's going on in America in a different way. In the UK, you cannot broadcast a message to UK citizens about something that's not happening. That is just brainwash and manipulation. Tommy Robinson feeling like Miss Billy Big Box because this guy's talking like he said this wouldn't happen without.
He's giving him money now.
He's giving him money.
Yeah.
This is this other thing that he said about violence. I just wanted to play this, but I think he said something about violence. Which this is what is out of order.
They're quiet. They just go about their business. My message is to them: if this continues, that violence is going to come to you. You will have no choice. You're in a fundamental situation here where whether you choose violence or not, violence is coming to you. You either fight back or you die. You either fight back or you die.
What is inciting violence? I don't know what is.
That's the truth.
Today, Elon, I think the British public are telling the world that they're ready to fight back.
Good. Yes.
Come on, Great Britain.
What the fuck is this?
Now, can you imagine working class people are standing there cheering on a billionaire who could solve all of your problems, talking about the left are the problem. Literally, the left was the party of the working class vote. Working class people marching to his beat at his drum. It's so sometimes, when you despair for humans, it's like you're so stupid. So stupid. This dude can go and live on Mars. And you're there, we're gonna fight in the street. Who are you fighting? You're fighting each other.
Yeah.
And they don't care. They want there to be less billions of you. So they want you to be out here fighting each other. They're so dumb and alcohol fueled. That's all you were seeing was people drinking.
Yeah.
It's all it was, just evoking spirits of devils. Like
people drinking and going, stopping off at your Indians and your Turkish and your Lebanese takeaways before they went to the march.
Yeah.
Get them out, but you're not eating. Where's your fish and chips? Go and eat fish and chips, bro.
Yeah, and you're fucking, was it eels?
Kevin, go and eat that.
£2. Why have you been placed on a timeout? Maybe that's an accident.
Has anybody placed Kevin on a timeout, please? I think you can go back in and change that if you press something by accident.
But thank you for your £2. Thank you
so much. I will see. I'll go into the back end and see if I can.
Wild. Embarrassing, ask them. Unfortunately, the representatives that are on the streets, none of you lot have any common sense. Get your face in the camera, get a mic under. You're all talking about nonsense. Not one. I haven't heard one person speak on LBC on camera and speak legitimately about their real concerns that are weighted in common sense, fact, and truth. Everything is hyperbole. Everything is exaggeration. And I'm not excusing, one Somali man comes and then does something bad, that does not mean that all immigrants are coming out here coming to rape you all. And also, the stats are in. The marches, a lot of you people that are marching and talking have got domestic violence abuse cases, rape cases in itself, criminal cases, but yet you lot are all talking about, and I understand, we can be criminals, but the immigrants can't. No, you don't want an influx of criminals coming to you.
There's a guy who is part of this whole march shit, and they found that he'd been smuggling people.
Yes.
Anti-immigration, but you've been smuggling people.
Wait, yes, we missed this. Sorry, Kevin. Sorry, we missed this one. Thank you so much. You also gave us £10.
Thank you.
So how can they complain about London being a multicultural city when it's always been an international cultural capital city? Make it make sense. LOL. And
exactly. Thank you, Kevin. Exactly. What I really want, in my heart, really want people of color to just go on strike.
Yes,
I just no, but I do. I really it just, even if it's just like, because money I feel making it, but even if it was just like one day, I would like just one day, every single person of color with a fucking sense of mind to just go on strike. And if you can't go on strike, take the day off. Take the day off. Everybody just do like down tools one day. I would absolutely love it if people just did that, because these guys are mad. You keep going on about. Sorry, say? You say?
I was waiting. Oh no, so I'm waiting for that day we do a strike. I want that.
I'm on it. I'm definitely on it, because it's so bizarre to me that they keep screaming about their country, this, that, and the other, and we've come here and we've taken. Your country is built on the backs of slavery and colonization. Don't you understand that? And you can't say, okay, I know we've had this argument before where it's like they're not taught certain things in schools. I get it. But you've just got to look at a map. You've just got to look at how many countries across the globe speak English. Why do you think that is? You've got to think about when they go to countries like Spain and stuff, you expect to be eating fucking beans and toast. Yeah. You don't want to, everywhere you go, you want them to speak English. And most of the time they do. Why do you think that is? It's because you've gone around the world conquering.
They don't hear about
and
that.
Its stats are not even, they don't even make sense. This, you hear one thing on Twitter or fucking TikTok, and you think that everyone's coming here and they're in 5-star hotels and they're getting Game Boys, and they're not. It's not real. But the fact is, they don't even care. The majority of these people marching, they actually don't care whether it's real or not. They're just they've been given the tools now to go out and say what they want to say, and they feel like they've got gusto now. They've got the vim to do it.
Yeah. Little Rock has been a member for 13 months. Yay! She says that this is their version of Carnival, honestly.
It was, yeah.
And Little Rock, thank you. She's also gifted 5.
Oh,
bless you.
Thank you, Little Rock.
Thank you so much.
It is their version of Carnival. They was pissing in the streets. At least at Carnival, there's toilets. People go toilet.
I mean, people piss.
They were being feral in the streets.
Disgusting.
Absolutely disgraceful behavior. Earlier on, I saw somebody saying about the lowest white man. I can't find it now. Hang on.
Ooh.
Hi Sky says, if you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pockets. Hell, give him somebody to look down on and he'll empty his pockets for you. 100%. And that's what they have realized. And that's what they have been capitalizing on. And whenever though you do see working class people and the immigrants aligning, you know that they can't let that happen. They start doing shit to change that. And at this moment in time, they've got Nigel Farage leading the pack. Like he's an everyday man when he also is a flipping rich cunt as well. And then you have Tommy Robinson being heralded like the savior of the poor. He's funded by billionaires to lead stupid people, because it ain't even just white folks anymore. It's stupid, ignorant fools to look sideways and blame people who are running away from war-torn countries and economic flipping deserts to come here, and you're looking at them like, oh, we should kill them, stop the boats. It's like, do you know that you're probably like 15 years away from having to run away from here?
Exactly.
People
and you better find out where to go, because
they want to let you in. You better hope that they don't treat you in the same way. It's like, have you been to those hotels? They're disgusting. They usually have roaches and mice. They're horrible places.
Yeah.
It's not like they're in the Hilton. They absolutely are not.
And these times now, when was the last time you was even going to the hotel? What's your business? What's your business?
I will brush your teeth about hotels.
Go and get some teeth.
And
go and get some.
Bottom line is, protest the government. Really have your manifesto for what the government needs to change, because the government is fucked, and the government does do shoddy deals, and it does like, yeah, maybe we'll get a bit of money for this if we have this level of immigrants. They played number games with our lives. They do play number games with immigration and stuff like that. All of it is money to make them richer. But instead of marching and standing outside a fucking hotel and attacking, because didn't you hear about that poor? If it's true, I don't know if it's actually a factual story, because you know lots of horror stories come out and you don't know if they're true or not, but there has been rumor of a Muslim woman who was raped and attacked.
No, that's true. It's true.
She's not Muslim, she's Sikh.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
so that's
it's a Sikh woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So attack, like, what's your point? And how does that make any sense? How are you saying you're the great great white person, and you're going to do that. How does that justify or validate your excellence? It does not.
Yeah. Agreed.
So that's that.
It is actually disgusting. It's annoying. And I was watching somebody's video go through the amounts of people that have been on marches, because within the press they are going on like 100,000 is such a great number. And then they went through all of the marches that have taken place, and actually 100,000 is one of the least for such a big cause. So it actually isn't even that dramatic. Like people, it went into the millions going against council tax. Like it's
right.
This isn't as huge as they are making it out to be, but these guys are just loud and brash, and are getting so much media attention that it's causing more people to get all of the sound bites in of that. You know, they're in the hotels, they're getting Game Boys, and so what? Truly traumatized people. And so what if children are being given gifts while they're waiting for asylum? Like, we have signed up to give people asylum. They have to get here somehow. It just beggars belief. It's really, really annoying. And all of these protests, it's not locals. It's people from around the country who are jobless, who have the time to go and protest and make noise and drink beer.
Yeah.
Get a job.
Get a job. And don't say that I can't get a job as a doctor, because they've all got the jobs. Because did you finish school? And if you didn't finish school,
like Nana says, you can't even brush your teeth.
Like, you know, your A from your B to your C to your 1 + 1 equals 10 according to you. Like, come on. Let's talk about why white boys and working class kids are failing in school. What is that? Let's talk about the school. Protest the school system. How about that?
So many things to be protesting. Why are you failing? You have all of the privileges, and you're failing. And instead of looking internally, like literally within your family structures, how is it? This is our country, and we are at the bottom of league tables. You want to be blaming immigration instead of looking at what's our values, what actually is our culture, what is English culture, what do we stand for, what are we building our families up on, what are our youths even like aspiring to be?
Exactly.
You guys aren't leading in anything, and so you're looking around and you're like, why are all the immigrants getting everything? Because they flipping have values and they're hardworking. Why
Someone said
stuff.
Someone said during the march, they said, I want Trump to buy us. Like Trump was offering to buy Canada. I want to be the next state. Trump should buy us. You're at a pro-Britain march. You're at a pro-Britain march, and you want to be fucking American.
And also, have you looked at working class America recently? Have you looked at the Southern Belt? Have you looked at the remote places in Arkansas and such? Have you looked at that, what they're doing when the minimum wage, and how people are crying, dying, and not getting paid properly and don't have insurance? Have you looked at the healthcare? The NHS is crumbling, but have you looked at the healthcare? Do you think you can afford to get your teeth fixed? You cannot. There were toothless and washed in America. You will be one of them.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
It's so infuriating, because you know all of this leads to Nigel Farage and the Reform Party actually having a term. Like they will win. Labour aren't doing shit. The Conservatives is run by flipping Kemi. They are not going to elect a black woman to be running this country. That is never going to happen. So it's like, Nigel Farage is going to be the next best option.
And a lot of people, and like you said before, when you think about how the voting system in this country works, it's definitely going to be him. He's definitely going to get more of a say. It's pathetic.
We need
Shorty Blitz is in the chat. Hey, Shorty Blitz.
Hey, Shorty. How are you? How are you, sir?
Oh, lovely. Look at that. Oh, big up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shorty.
Bless you. You need to come on the show.
Innit? About your watching online.
Yeah, we need to go down to the studio.
We'll be hitting you up. All right, guys. So guess what? The Birmingham Bin Strike is still going on.
No way.
Yes, girls. Birmingham's bin workers have been on an all-out strike since March.
Yeah, it's been ages.
collections across the city. The dispute over job cuts and pay reductions has left rubbish piling up, reduced recycling, and created concerns over public health. Can you believe it? Let me get the video up. Can you imagine?
Yes, I can't believe that. Yeah, because
and it's mad because it's not all of Birmingham; it's parts of Birmingham as well.
Yeah,
but
it's
remember, I was
basically the
saying like if I lived, yes, because if I lived on a street where they weren't collecting my rubbish, I'll be putting it in my car and driving it somewhere that did.
100%. Hold on, sorry.
Yes, it was Bardi Gang that was telling us about it.
Yes,
that's
Like
it.
the structure of how the city works, and it's basically the working class areas. I cannot believe, but that's months ago. I thought they sorted that all out.
So did I
too.
Fuck's sake! And I bet you asylum seekers are going to be playing for that as well.
Of course they are. Somehow.
They're chatting, smiling, and sipping tea from disposable cups. But the placards resting against railings remind us this is a protest. And 6 months on, refuse workers on strike say, whilst drained and disappointed, they remain different.
I can't work for these people anymore. I'm still willing to stay on strike and support all these boys and girls till the very, very end.
We're striking for the right reasons. We're not asking for pay rises. We're asking to fair living.
If we accept this loss now, who's to say in the next 2 to 5 to even 10 years that they won't come and take even more?
The dispute began in January, and the impact became obvious by March when a major incident was declared. 20,000 tonnes of rubbish were left to rot in the streets after the council announced plans to scrap a roll which the union claimed would result in pay cuts of up to £8,000 for around 150 workers. It resulted in a dispute between a Labour-led council and a union which has traditionally been the party's biggest backer, and nobody expected it would last this long.
This is far more than infighting. This is about a Labour council and a Labour government doing exactly what they shouldn't be doing to workers. They've been saying that they are going to stand up for workers. This is exactly the opposite. The government now need to intervene. That's how we're going to get a resolution.
The trust between the council and the union has broken down so much that now they're not even talking. And after months of failed negotiations, the council has announced its plans to carry on with changes. In a statement, Birmingham City Council says, although the industrial action continues, our contingency plan is working, and we are collecting household waste as scheduled. We have been collecting more than we did prior to industrial action, and over the last 6 months, we have collected over 100,000 tonnes of curbside waste. But how they are doing this has also become a point of protest, with union members accusing an employment agency of backfilling striking staff to keep services running.
The reason why we're here today outside Job and Talent is because all through this, what they've done is employed agency while the workforce has been out, and they're not allowed to do that.
Birmingham City Council says the agency staff who are engaged on the services are pre-existing staff who were introduced onto the services prior to the commencement of the current industrial action. We want to see this dispute end. We understand residents' frustration and appreciate their patience over the last few months. Whilst the local government department said, Unite must urgently end this strike. It has caused untold misery and disruption to the people of Birmingham, and its end is long overdue. But over it is not.
Mate.
With a mandate for further strike action, picket lines will remain, and they say they will not bend, as it's a battle not just about pay, but principles. Shaman Freeman-Powell, Sky News, Birmingham.
Oh, God.
In the middle of the night, they should take that rubbish and dump it on the government's footsteps.
100%.
That's what they should do with a ton of rats. Sorry, not inciting stuff, but just a suggestion.
They're fucked, you know.
They're fucked. They have.
Yeah, you've lost this. They've lost this.
That's basically what they're saying. Although what's crazy is agency staff are usually more expensive than staff.
That's the thing.
So, like the amount of money that they're spending, they could have just not said they're going to cut back all these people's wages, because £8,000 a year is a hell of a lot.
Yeah,
like £8,000. Imagine that being clapped from you just like that. That's crazy.
No, it's actually fucked up. Yeah, because they could actually, in effect, keep that going. you guys eventually you're going to be getting other jobs. You're going to have to. It's a long time to actually be doing this fight, really. Like, they've lost this one. That's fucked up.
It's so fucked up.
Oh, pissed.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say. I just wanted to highlight it. It's still going on. Rubbish is piling up. And again, if it's a working class areas, as always, and this is, and then who came from Birmingham down to the marches? Because I bet you they did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know they did.
Yeah, instead of supporting the women, they
exactly. That's what you should be marching.
Yeah,
you should be marching that.
You should be protesting that.
Strike. Like literally, like why for the United Kingdom? You want to unite the kingdom? Where was you guys actually with your placards talking about let's support the train drivers, the tube drivers? Let's make sure that it's a fair wage for working people. Like where was all of that?
NHS,
like
doctors, nurses, teachers, all these people. That's what you should be talking about.
There's a lot of shit
talking about immigrants.
Most definitely, there is a lot of shit to talk about, and the Labour government are absolute shites.
The Labour government are fucking shit.
Sort out, most definitely. But I would say what should be top of a unite the kingdom, I wouldn't go on a march with those, but I would support them if they were really going after we have to change our tax system and tax wealth and not work. If there was an absolute march for that and 100,000 people, these flipping skullheads were out there marching for that, I'd be like, you know what? Somehow their brain cells managed to fuse and they're on job now. They actually get it. Instead of us working and paying taxes, let's tax people with wealth and go after them, and we keep our money as workers. I would be like, yeah.
The thing is, if that was the rally cry, then you'd have all the groups come out, and then you'd get the millions that everyone's talking about. This 100,000 nonsense of races is not what it is. If you came out with a real proper agenda that suits the actual betterment of the country, and then we would have had numbers out there, and it wouldn't have just been there. You could have had the races over there, the hackers, the blacks, the this, the lefty, the righties. Everyone would have come together under the one banner. Let's take down the establishment and sort it out. I kind of deviate. I just finished watching. I don't know if you guys have watched it. Hurricane Katrina: Race Against Time. I've watched this on Disney.
I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it. I haven't managed to yet.
I'll play the trailer. I've watched it. It's because I went to the screening of 2 episodes that We Are Parable hosted, and you know it's like 20 years since Katrina, and watching it, it's, you know, like you think something's happened and you kind of know, you think you know what you know about it. Let me play the trailer and I'll just go into like how propaganda, and this is the whole thing. I think that's the whole theme of today's show is the propaganda and the misinformation that gets fed out and how easily believed it is. And then we act on that and don't have the moment to think for ourselves. This is the trailer for Hurricane Katrina. It's on National Geographic and Disney Plus for us in the UK.
If you're still hearing us and you haven't left yet, please leave. I hate to say this, but I just don't have enough body bags.
The calmness before a storm is deafening.
As Hurricane Katrina was approaching, we knew this was going to be a catastrophe.
I didn't want to leave because I didn't know what we was going to be coming back to. I just was praying.
There is a house and
people won't realize how big Katrina was.
It's too big to turn. It's gonna hit us.
It's not a normal hurricane. Something's wrong.
And my heart just sank. We have a breach in the levee.
We have rain inside the Superdome. I repeat, rain inside the dome.
In 3 minutes, it went from the ground to the roof.
A lot of people suffered, and a lot of people suffered needlessly.
Just let me know y'all living, you heard me?
People coming out of one bad situation, but they didn't know they was coming to another hell.
We expected FEMA to come in, but there was no help.
I told the guys, go find whatever boat you can find. We went and did what we had to do to try to save people's lives.
This community was not wanting to go out and just loot. There was people trying to survive.
You got a governor. What is they doing? Sincerely, bro.
That's not something you ever want to do, to tell the truth to shoot civilians. Governor, that's your people.
They just let us down. To them, we wasn't even human no more. But people from New Orleans, we knew how to survive.
And it's supposed to be the greatest country on the planet.
In order to prevent something, you got to understand why it happened in the first place.
There is a house underneath you all of the
Yeah, that's just a snapshot. But when you watch it, actually, I wonder. Actually, maybe we should do sometime. Look at how we can do a live watch and watch some things. And because when I watched episode 3 and 4, because they go into the detail of how much misinformation was given about what happened with people looting, what was happening in the Superdome. And I remember that, you know, it was like the Superdome turned into a hell on earth, and it was like wild raping and shooting and killing and murders. According to this documentary, it wasn't even a smidgen of that. And I'm sure maybe over that time there might have been some sort of something going on. But what was happening was that people were, the way that they were forced out of their homes, even some of those people that didn't need to leave their homes, because the water wasn't that high, but they were forced by military out of their homes, sent to the Superdome. But then whilst in the Superdome, there's no food, there's no heating, there's no water, there's no nothing. No deliveries are getting to them. And so they're having to go to the stores and get food to survive, not just to go and, as they put it out there, that they're just robbing the stores for fun. And then you've got the military that's training guns on them. And I think there was a young one that I know of in the documentary was highlighted. The boy was shot by the police, wasn't armed, but it was shot by the police. There was hypertension and hyper kind of propaganda that there were these wild shooters going around and all these rapists and all this type of stuff. So the military were on alert. They were treating the people like criminals. In the end, they were all treated like criminals. A lot of people were treated like criminals, especially those at the Superdome and the other building that they went to. It's just a really harrowing, insightful, and a big reminder that again, protesting the wrong things, because I think the population of New Orleans, especially like the 9th Ward, again, as you know, the working class black places, their population, say it was like 100K, they're now today like a residency of like 4,000. They've lost history, numbers, families, and all of that. And housing, you know, like when you talk about working, like lazy black people, you've got people that have built their houses from ground up. This man, one of the men that's featured in it, he built 3 homes. He renovated 3 of his houses, and he came back to nothing, or broken down. He lost. In the end, he had to leave. He said he couldn't come back. All these type of things, all this thing. It's a very good documentary, very insightful, and really gets into the nitty-gritty of the misinformation that was put out there on the people of New Orleans that suffered that horrible tragedy.
How many episodes is it?
It's 5 episodes.
5. Are they like an hour a piece?
Roughly. But they're so engaging, because I watched the 2 and I watched the other 3 the other day, because it's just like, how did this happen and why?
Again, we could do it as a membership. We could do it as a membership live and maybe do like a section of it, like maybe 2 episodes.
Yeah,
I can come back to it.
Yeah, maybe because the 2, the 3 and 4 that we went to the screening, because I was thinking, why did they just show us that? But they're the crux of the fuckery.
Okay. Maybe we do that as a collective and actually like discuss it. I totally have so many memories of that time. I feel like maybe I was in uni. So it was a topic of conversation like daily, and also, yes, because I was the president of the ACS, raising money. Like it was just such a big part of my life watching that as well, and knowing this isn't everything, but we're not being told everything. But it didn't make sense for America, in America, for it to be like a disaster as if it was somewhere in Africa.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense that is like, where are all the helicopters? Like, this doesn't make sense anyway. It's like it didn't make any sense.
Because there was
So is
like,
this different to the one that's on Netflix?
Yes. This is a new one, and it's like directed by a black woman called Tracy, and produced by Ryan Coogler. And even that,
we should watch it.
Yeah, we should watch it, because even with the helicopters, there was rumors about these wild shooters. So helicopters didn't want to fly because they thought they were going to get shot down. That was misinformation that was fed to the press. Misinformation everywhere. It's like social media today, and this is 25 years ago. Social media today, where you just see a headline and run with it. That's what they were doing, and it was being broadcast to the world that these feral animals. And if you see, like, It's hell. Like I remember it, and I remember being, as you do, because we've got nothing else to be distracted by, immersed in what was going on. But when seeing it in this documentary as well, I mean, all the documentaries are harrowing anyway.
Yeah.
Then seeing and looking at the dome and another, like, they were vigilantes.
That's why Kanye said what he said. And you know what? As much as Kanye's fucking madded now, whatever, but that's why he said it, and he took the time to say it during a live broadcast, because it's like these fucking people don't care.
Yeah, and it was like there were vigilantes as well that were going around, and you just don't know how extensive the loss and what fuckery was going on. I never even knew about vigilantes killing black people because of the divide, because you had people that wanted to escape from the lower ninth and the poorer areas that didn't have as much resources to get themselves out, trying to get into the posh areas or whatever, just to find refuge. They're like, no,
survive. Yes, they had the resource areas, so you're trying to get into the resource space. I remember afterwards, maybe there was a documentary, maybe in its 10th year, that really went into the shift of wealth and the sheer amount of land that was bought up by corporations, rich people that didn't have that land in New Orleans that now do, that took so much from black wealth, like actually mined away. And somebody was actually looking into how natural disasters, how you can track that around the world. Like they happen and you see people that had land and you would need to rebuild, but you may have spent like your life building that and you kind of just sell it off, and they do that. And Hawaii, I think it was in conjunction with Hawaii and that happening, and Oprah came up because she owns a lot of land now in Hawaii, and they had a disaster, and it seemed like there was a set of billionaires. Basically a disaster happens and they give a little bit of money and they buy land, and it's
I'd
like,
love to see what's happening in LA after the fires.
Precisely.
Roland said that the reason why black people were shooting was because they wanted to get the helicopter's attention because they weren't flying past them.
Yeah. Basically, and that's that, and it was blanks and stuff like that, not shooting at people. Then that turned into there's a snipering, and then there were firemen that were talking about, we'll just shoot anyone. We're not going to go. All trucks that are delivering resources won't go in there because all they're hearing is the water and they're going to get shot. All the hyperbole. I don't know if you guys, because one of my favorite series I don't talk about enough, and is from David Simon, who did The Wire. It was his second series after The Wire. It's called Treme, and it's set in New Orleans. And I
didn't watch all of it though.
I was addicted. And I just literally, because I finished watching the documentary yesterday, and I started I'm rewatching.
You've gone on mute.
You're on mute.
An accident. I'm rewatching Treme with that mindset after watching the documentary, to kind of, because I remember watching it at the time. But anyway, if you can get hold of Treme, I don't know where it shows. I'm watching it on a friendly thing, so you can find it. Watch Treme. It's a really, really good series, and it even highlights some of the things that are happening about the corporates buying up land. And there was some suspicion about how the levees broke. Remember, there were rumors about there being sounds of explosions. Whether or not that's true, we don't know. But how did those levees break so badly? All of that type of stuff. And then black people being forced.
There's always something, even if it's just sheer neglect of stuff. There's always a patterning that will take place. A disaster happens, and it's not like you don't have think tanks and people that are always working out how you capitalize on disasters.
Absolutely.
On all factions, you'll have flipping traders capitalizing on a disaster is probably due in this area at this time, and you're telling businesses to invest there and buy up and get ready or liquidate so that you can buy, because there is going to be a disaster. Generally it happens every 100 years in Japan, that like they do this. So as a human, it's really sad that other people will capitalize on a tragedy that will leave you with PTSD, and they see this as an opportunity to basically take your land from you. It's horrible, but that is the world that we live in at this moment in time.
Yeah, it's awful. Where should we go next? I have we didn't get to talk about our cousins in the forest in Scotland. So a self-styled group calling itself the Kingdom of Kubala has vowed to remain camped in woodland near Jedburgh in Scotland, despite a sheriff issuing do you have sheriffs in Scotland?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, issuing a court order.
Don't remember Sherwood Forest. I don't know why I said that, but in the forest. They have it in the forest, isn't it? There's sheriffs, man, in places.
Oh, you have to think about that. Look at that. American Sea, we're not copying, we're not tethers. It's just all the same. Issuing a court order for their removal, they're being ousted. The trio claims they're reclaiming land stolen from their ancestors 400 years ago. So here we go. This is
just 400, is it not longer?
I thought you were allowed to do that anyway. If you say you've got a God-given right to a land.
I mean, honestly, here we go. This is
Billy's way is here. Blessed be the King of the North. Blessed be the Holy One of David.
A group claiming to be an African tribe with its own king and queen have set up in a wood in the borders with a vow to expand over Scotland. The Kingdom of Kubala claims they have settled here to reclaim land stolen from their ancestors in the Highland 400 years ago. But vigilantes are targeting the group of 3 who are based in Jedburgh and been hit with an eviction notice by the council. 43-year-old Jean Gasho, who declares herself tribal Queen Nandi, documented life with her husband, 36-year-old King Atihene, whose real name is Kofi Ofe, and their handmaid Asnat Cora Taylor, giving an insight into the Kubala way of life on the site. Authorities served the trio an eviction notice earlier this month, but ahead of that, their camp was pulled down and their rebuilt shelters were set alight. The Scottish Sun tracked down the tribe at their new camp in Woodland near the town's school, which they say was set up following the fire by kind residents who have been supporting them with donations of tents, clothes and food. The Queen and handmaid kneeled on each side of the throne sat upon by their king, who donned a crown made from twigs, pine cones and leaves, and whose shoulders were draped in a leopard print blanket. Their presence has been supported by some locals but has angered others. One resident said, "They do seem very nice, I have to say, but there's a sense of uneasiness. We don't know much about their culture, so there's an element of feeling uneasy, but I think they do play on that." It's believed the King and Queen have been together for around 15 years and lived in houses before setting off on their pilgrimage to Scotland to live like their ancestors. And local councillor Scott Hamilton has said, "We need to be clear that we can't just start living in the woods in a community. We have rules, we have laws, and they need to be obeyed and followed."
Kingdom of Kubala is an ancient kingdom which existed in Great Britain 400 years ago. This kingdom is a kingdom for the Jacobites, the Highlanders of Scotland, and the true Moors of Kubala. 400 years ago, my ancestors were deported from this land. The rest of them were killed and destroyed in the land they used to own. Some of them went to Guyana, some of them went to Haiti, some of them went to Jamaica, some of them went to Ghana. But the prophecy said, after 400 years, there shall come the rise of Kubala, and the Messiah and the King of Kubala shall come back to reclaim his inheritance. That is the story which was told in the Lion King.
What?
For I am the King of Kubala, and I have come to reclaim my pride. Kubala, Kubala.
In his way.
I'm not laughing.
Let's not forget that that's the American chick as well that went missing.
Yeah.
The handmaid is the American chick that went missing and turned up there. But at the end of the day, we have people across the globe saying that this land was promised to them.
Yeah.
You know, centuries ago, and that they're entitled to it. So who are we to say that this African tribe are not entitled to the land that they're on? Who are we to say that? You know, who is the British government to say that they're not entitled to it? Because if you're supporting that in places, you know, that you can say that this is historically mine and it's been promised to me by God, surely you should support that theory everywhere.
But he said it was written in The Lion King. Like, what the hell? Like, bro.
I'm not laughing. And Little Rock says Nana is considering it.
You know what? Maybe my face went on that journey because for a second I was like, yeah, for real. Okay, cool. Like, this may have happened. I don't know what took place 400 years ago. This could have happened. Who knows? I don't know. We do know that there were black folk in the United Kingdom
100%.
Before slavery. We know that they were here.
We know that.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know if they were in Scotland. I don't know. But this may be true. I don't know if he is the next king or whatever. But what I do know is there is a woman that used to be a handmaiden with them before, and she is now dead. And yes, she died in America. She ran away from them, and there are eyewitnesses that say she ran into traffic, running away from a big dark-skinned man. So this next one, she's very young as well. She's like 21 or something. These guys are in their 40s knocking on 50's door. So it's highly inappropriate to have, she seems quite naive, fragile person with these two people.
Yeah.
That's the thing where it's like, okay, if she didn't seem like she had been manipulated in some way to be a part of this and to be in the cold woods of flipping Scotland, I may be like, you know what, do your thing if it was just the two of them. But getting a young servant person with them, that's the problem that I have with these guys.
To be their handmaid.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
She's pregnant.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But I'd like to know what's happening because their parents are like, well, there she is. Can we get her? How do we do that? And also, old. Oh, she's old, and so all I can think of that side, the cult side of things aside, let's not have that. But I thought, isn't it cold? You've got no socks on, no shoes, and you're in your garb, your African attire, in your leopard print blanket, with your belly out in Scotland, in the cold. It's cold.
Well,
what does it
in Scotland.
Well, for a moment, they probably got maybe 2 more weeks before they get the real bite.
But they've been there for 3 years or more. Apparently, they've been there longer than that.
No, they got there in the summer. They've been there from since March.
Oh, okay.
They were in a house before. They've been in a house.
Did you hear they said they lived in houses before?
I thought they'd been there for years, and so they decided to live in the woods.
Just literally. So they've done a Scottish summer. A Scottish summer. They've done an all right summer. Can you survive a Scottish winter though?
No.
I don't think they can. And obviously their tents were burnt before. Apparently they did have a local that was helping them, was like charging up their phones, was getting them groceries. That person seems to have fallen out with the Queen. So they may have to leave.
Was it a native Scot that they fell out with?
Yeah.
So, because when she said, well, they seem quite nice, but we're concerned, I'd be concerned. To be fair, if you want to talk about immigration and fear, I might be scared if I was a white person of seeing an African tribal man in my. That's the biggest nightmare for them. Like a booga man in the woods coming to jump out at them. Like,
apparently they're nice, and there's
listen,
the press coming to see them.
The land is theirs. It was promised to them.
To be fair,
they've opened it up now. What
it was theirs before. They've just taken it back.
They got a name for normal people. In their world, they got a name for us, and now they are opening up Kubala. They said they're ready for other people to come and join them for the kingdom to grow. So they are actually asking other people who believe that they are part of the kingdom of Kubala to go and join.
Isn't that how it starts?
In the wilderness.
Guys, there you go. There's no
how it starts.
Listen, what would be jokes is when the first lick of snow happens, Scottish snow happens, and they're like, oh, Kubala no longer exists. We are now returning to a warmer climate because that's where we are originally from. I can imagine. Kofi, I beg you, come, Kofi.
Of all the places to pick, though, Scotland, really, a forest in Scotland to try and claim. That is crazy,
right?
Crazy work.
They probably thought they weren't going to get found out.
Maybe. I just saw this. Who just shared this? Was it Dammy J just said that Ruka Hair, who we've spoken about before, they got robbed apparently because they were apparently moving into Westfield. Let's play this video.
Oh,
it's just look. So on Friday night at 10:30 p.m., criminals in high-vis jackets broke into a secure site, posed as employees, and drove away with our suppliers van. Inside, a six-figure investment into our custom build for Westfield, flooring, electrics, chairs, assets, and more gone. Less than 48 hours before we launched in the biggest shopping centre in Europe, everything we poured months of blood, sweat, and tears into for our Westfield White City pop-up, gone. What you can't measure is the impact of our trichologists, texture coaches, and curly girls club sessions that have just been stripped away from our community. That stolen build was the exact platform we would use to deliver Synth 2, our fight to protect you from cancer-causing fibers with a safer, science-backed alternative. This has hit our team hard, but here's the truth. We are Ruka, we may be heartbroken, but we're definitely not broken. The fire behind this vision can't be stolen, and the village and team backing this mission can't be stopped. The next 24 hours are about working with our contractors, lawyers, and the police to find our goods, and after that, back to rewriting the future of hair.
That's awful.
So they got an email to say last night the business yard is a secure location. A vehicle has entered. A person has approached the van that contained the materials for Ruka, broke in and drove it away. We are yet to obtain camera footage. We are looking to export it from our internal hard drive as possible. Our managing director has phoned the police, not rang the police.
And that's from Westfield.
Yeah.
So that's totally inside. That's not that is somebody inside knows that this is
inside job.
Yeah,
definitely
totally inside job.
Definitely inside job, because they knew exactly where to target, what to get, how long to be there, all of that stuff. That's an inside job.
That's crazy.
That's awful.
I hope the cameras follow them all the way and find them.
I mean, it's London. There should be.
Do you know how many cameras are around Westfield?
CCTV in the world, so they should be able to locate this pretty quickly.
You can't fart around Westfield.
Seriously, it's
You
just
can't fart around there.
serious. That's the only thing. Sometimes they don't care about black business.
That's the part. That's I would, they never care about black businesses, and then also this thing about they can't find the footage.
Well, they said that they're going to open get their footage now, download it. So I didn't say they can't find it.
It doesn't take that long.
They said we are yet to obtain camera footage. It depends on when this was sent.
It doesn't take that long.
Depends on when this was sent, I guess. Our manager, we are yet to obtain camera footage. We are looking to
last night at approximately 10:30, Westfield Security, and I'm just talking about this from a logistical point of view. I'm giving you my experience, right? Westfield Security, if the break-in was last night at 10:30 and they sent this the following day, they have got time to do this. Westfield have 24-hour security. They also have security guards that have access to CCTV, and they have an actual control place. So it's not like it's one man with a camera, or sitting down. It's not like that. So
well, I'm only saying because this was also posted one day ago, so we don't know what's happened today.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, I would be surprised if they say they can't find that footage and they haven't found that footage. I'm very surprised, because I have had security in Westfield myself.
Yeah, I'm just saying it doesn't say can't find. We're going to export it from our internal hard drive as soon as possible.
Thank you, JA has become.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome to the madness. Yeah, I mean, regardless of anything, this is fucking wild. And what the hell?
It's crazy.
Oh, loves. Yeah,
that's really bad. I didn't even know. And the thing is, I didn't even know they were
inside job. That's horrible. I feel so sorry for them.
I didn't know that
Imagine how much work they've put in.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, because it's around this time 2 years ago they were in Westfield Stratford.
Yes, for real. Okay.
So they do the pop-ups and the installs and everything else.
Was that the store that we went to that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were in Stratford and they were there.
Bless them.
This time it's like September. This is the main time, innit? You're going till Christmas, till New Year.
Yeah.
The rents are flipping high, but you're going to get a good amount of people know about your brand and be in there for you. So yeah, this is fuckeries, but it definitely sounds like an inside job. They need to go through all of their employees.
Yeah. And also that, because it's on Westfield property. Westfield has to cover up. You're responsible.
Definitely, they should help them out.
cough up, because
come on now.
Listen, because they are responsible, because it sounds like the security didn't, and I'm not for insurance, but it sounds like the security didn't do the checks that they're supposed to do. And I understand sometimes in those situations, it's about access lists and all of this sort of stuff that you're supposed to have. But ultimately, it is the responsibility of the premises to a certain degree. And the premises also have insurance. So if they're at fault,
money, proper money, like you in a secured area for deliveries, somebody managed to hijack our car. You have to pay us something.
That's what I mean. But was it the car, or did they go into the warehouse?
That they took over the car.
Oh, they took over the car.
So that was the guy that you see when he gets out, and then goes in and he's running after the vehicle as it was just driven away. That's
why
we
see. Why? Sometimes what they say, because sometimes what they say in those circumstances is it's at your own risk. If a vehicle's left somewhere, it's at your own risk. We do not accept responsibility. I don't know the ins and outs of Westfield, but I just know that sometimes in these situations, that's what you would say in those sort of premises. You can definitely park your car, but it's at your own risk if you want to park it overnight.
That's a caveat, isn't it? That's a strong caveat.
It is a caveat.
Oh, people say that all the time, innit? Is that your own? But I guess what I suppose, look at us doing LA law. But I guess if it was, did they make it a thing where, well, there's no other way but to leave it there overnight, or could you have brought it in the morning? You're making a choice to leave it there.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how Westfield operates and their rules and regulations in terms of the deliveries and stuff like that. But I just know in a lot of premises where these things can happen, you don't allow overnight parking for these types of reasons. And if you do, you say it's at your own risk.
It wasn't parked. The driver was there, got out of the car.
Oh, they jacked the actual driver. Sorry,
running after the car.
I thought no, because they said people in high vis. I thought that person in high vis was like doing the move, like came in, was doing the move.
You've come in, and then it's people that are there, so you think they're workers, and they've gone into the car and taken the stuff. They're not workers, though. I think there's still a claim that they should be able to get some money out of them. But I understand what you're saying, because it is like it's your vehicle, and if you stepped out of your vehicle and somebody jumped in and took it,
I do think there is some liability because the checks weren't done for the vehicle that came in and those people. I'm assuming that they didn't have the right.
I'm thinking, the workers that they think are the workers were not workers.
Exactly, and sometimes what happens is
that's what they said.
Just wave people in. They just wave people in rather than actually checking their credentials.
What they
said, the case.
Criminals in high-vis jackets broke into a secure site, posed as employees, and drove away with our supplier's van. So they posed.
Yeah. So you see, so they've pretended like they're working. So you think they're working there. So maybe within that in itself, if you think it's secure and it wasn't because there were criminals in the space that should be secure, maybe that would
how
be
do they know? Because why would you go for a hair brand? Do you know what I'm saying? That means
someone has clocked the play. They've clocked how security operate, and that might be they just wave people in if you look like you're someone, or it's an inside job and they've managed to get a variation of the credentials to get past. Something somewhere's gone dodgy.
Also, and who's watching Ruka? Is it like they targeted Ruka, or is this the chance get a van, any van?
That's the thing where I'd be like, I would be looking at all my employees as well, because what's the chances? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is a loading day, so that it may not have been your van. It could have been somebody else's van, because there's other brands loading in at the same time. It's just your van was the one that was stolen. It could be that, but who knows? It's not just hair supplies though; it's the shop fitting. So there is definitely
it's all of those things. Those are the parts that are very, transferable, easily transferable.
Yeah, so this is sad. That's sad for a black businessman.
That's wild.
I hope they get all the coins.
Me too.
Just wanted to have this.
I hope their insurance covers this shit.
Yeah.
So according to this guy, he's saying that it's white men's fault. We have to work from home.
people being asked to go back into the offices because middle-aged men don't get on with their wives. And I wish that I could say that I was joking, but I worked for one of the big four during the pandemic. And towards the end, we did quite a lot of research around who wanted to return to the office. And it was disproportionately senior, predominantly male partners. And we scratched our heads around this. And the most likely explanation seems to be that they're just not receiving the same deference as they're used to. They just don't feel as important because they go home and they're asked to do things like help out around the house, have conversations with their wives, take the cat to the vets. Whereas in the office, they're used to people doffing their caps and scraping and bowing and marching around and giving orders and dressing up in suits. And they just desperately need to resume that kind of an existence. So they have to go back into the office so they can be worshipped. And you need to be there because you're a worshipper.
How about that? Do you think that's a fair point?
I could believe it. It doesn't sound that far-fetched to me, actually. So, okay. I could believe that. As one of the reasons, I could believe that. Yeah.
Well,
Dammy J said, sounds about white.
Right.
Yeah, I think it does. It kind of makes sense. They were probably missing all of that office culture, dressed up in the businesses around the cities, and they lose trade because there's not the humans that would be buying from the cafes and all of that. But really, it could be you wanna get out of the house.
Really? Just a little thought. You've got to go at 9, so I think we will wrap up.
We're not doing it today.
I aimed for that. Well, I also have things to do. I was aiming for
about Ginger J. I think I saw earlier on. I saw his name come up.
Yeah, someone said that.
Well, I thought he was going to be an enemy for next week, so I thought we'd save that. But do we want to do Ginger J? I don't know what to say about Ginger J anymore. But we can go into Ginger J if we really want to.
Overall, I just want him on, so I don't particularly mind either way.
So we can scold him.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. Yeah, I'd kind of
nonsense. Hello.
I know. Sorry, I didn't listen. I know. Sorry, this has been like I'm wrong. I had well, that was nonsense. Anyway, I suppose, yeah. I'm trying to get back into it. It's been a while since we've done news and nonsense. So let me see what's on my doc. I couldn't find some silly stories.
Roland is saying, is Ginger J the guy who hates black women? He is the one that said that would date.
Sorry, this is my cousin.
Oh, yes, cuz. Roland. Hi. How many years has it been?
My American cousin.
There's no justice for Ginger J. Let's see if there's anything.
Will Smith, piss off. You're such a troll.
Oh good.
Yes, Roland, he is a tool.
What do you lot think about this concert at the Vatican?
Oh,
what do you lot think about it?
A concert at the Vatican?
Yeah, there was a concert at the Vatican.
But I didn't watch all of it, and I was wondering
why?
A little bit of that. And how is it authorized?
The clips were the first rappers to perform at the Vatican. It's the first ever concert or something. I don't quite know. Hold on one second. Let me find it. I don't know if I can find. It's a Grace for the World concert at the Vatican.
Oh, okay.
And the clips were there.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson performed. Farrah.
Wasn't it Farrah production?
Maybe it was.
Did he not have something to do with it?
I think so. Maybe. I had no ideas. My cousin B said, "Oh my God, I'm watching this amazing thing. I don't know what it is," but I was out, so I didn't see it. And then this is him giving a speech.
And here, in this holy place, with my fellow artists, world leaders, and all of you beautiful souls, my humblest and sincerest thanks. First and foremost, I want to sincerely thank His Holiness Pope Leo for opening the doors to this sacred place to us all and reminding us that true compassion and grace begin with fraternity, seeing one another as brothers and sisters and fellow human beings and fellow siblings. Thank you to Cardinal Gambetti, Andrea Bocelli, Kimball Musk, and Nova Sky. And to all the artists, yes, And to all the artists, hey, and to all the artists who have brought their bright light to this moment. Today, I want you to understand that I and all of us, we feel grace, we feel love. Do you feel it too? But what is grace? Grace is a light that lives in each of us, waiting to be shared. Not just a blessing that we receive, but a force that we extend to one another. Beneath every culture, every language, every story is the same breath, the same spirit, the same light, the light of the universe, the all that is, all that ever will be. This is an opportunity for all of the light to come together. And I feel that we're not doing enough. This is an opportunity for people to galvanize and recognize their strength in numbers. We still haven't done that as a species. We still haven't asked ourselves, for the sake of humanity, far beyond the reaches and constrictions of different religions, can we just hold hands for a moment and see the light that we have? You guys, put your cell phones in the air. Turn the lights on. Put your cell phones in the air. Let them see you in the world. The power that we have when we come together. This is 300,000 lights, all denominations. The only way to get to that light is to have grace for others. Too often humanity sees difference as danger. We judge before we understand, but grace whispers, wait, and curiosity asks, why? Imagine if instead of saying, you are not like me, we ask, what can I learn from you? What light do you carry that I do not? And just maybe on the other side of that question mark is the answer. Right there waiting for everyone. Grace makes space, curiosity leans in. Together, they can carry us toward one another. Grace and curiosity are not luxuries, but guys, they are remedies for division, which there's so much in the world right now. That light, hold it up, because there's division, there's despair. But you can shine your light on the rest of the world. This is how walls become windows and how borders become bridges. How your light becomes my light and my light becomes yours. Make some noise for the light. So we gotta have grace for the world if we ever want to get to that light, to that place. So in this historic moment, I ask you to choose grace, choose curiosity, choose them until they become contagious. And together we will flood the world with this light and this love, not with power and pride, but with light and love, always with the light and love. Thank you.
I don't know. That didn't make me feel any better about it.
Conversations we have with one another.
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt. Yeah, your expression, Nance, is mine. I don't want to shit on something yet. I don't quite, because I heard. Yeah, so after my cousin, I saw it on Disney, and I didn't bother to go and watch it. I missed the moment. Then I saw the clips of the first first rappers to perform at the Vatican, and I haven't watched anything else. So seeing this, my initial, so it's a grace, so it's a peaceful concert. So it's a concert for peace, I guess.
So it's the first pop concert ever to be in the Vatican. They have had concerts there before. This is the first pop one.
Do you know what I was going to say? Why I started laughing when he started talking. You know, like when Jay-Z took over the music direction of the NFL, and he started to bring in all the black people. Pope Leo's bringing in all the black people, isn't it?
Yeah. So recorded live from the heart of Vatican City, this concert drew an audience of over 253,000 people in St. Peter's Square. The full lineup included Pharrell and, I've said Jennifer Hudson, John Legend, Teddy Swims, blah, 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 blah. We had speakers from Naomi Campbell, Nadia Murad, Monsignor Renzo Peguaro, and stuff. More than a concert, Grace for the World embodied a global embrace, bringing people together, all walks of life, backgrounds, and beliefs, in a stunning display of fraternity, unity, and grace. Now, the crowd was very Caucasian from what I could see. I know sometimes when you see a crowd, you can't always tell. So I wonder, for this graceful concert, were people from different walks of life flown in? Because who's getting to Italy? Were Italy's working? Who? I just don't know. I don't understand. I'm trying not to be cynical, but to what end? To what benefit? To how? What was said? And I haven't watched it. We haven't watched it. All of us haven't watched it. All of it. So I don't know what speeches were made. I don't know who was moved. I don't know what prayers and power was evoked from this thing. And this is Little Rock says, "Wow, so did they raise money for anything?"
I don't think this was a it doesn't, from what I was reading, it doesn't sound like this was a charity benefit in any way other than a concert to celebrate life and to think about life, love, light, and grace. And yeah, I mean, I understand for the church, for the Catholic Church, to actually be involved in what is happening in the world. I understand that you have to reach people within mediums that they are consuming. So it would kind of make sense to have a concert there and to actually open up so that, you know, the congregation is dwindling. So you're trying to reach them. This does feel like a propaganda tool to me. This is why I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm really skeptical of these platitudes when real shit is happening around the world. And if you really want to be a religion for people and of the people and to get people together, there's a lot of stuff that you could be working on. And a concert isn't, you know, it's like the NFL concerts. They're there, little black people, shut your mouths, we're going to give you people that are singing. There's real work that the Catholic Church needs to be doing and should be doing. A concert isn't a part of it. Can we really open up and start prosecuting some priests? Like, can we do real change for people's lives? Listening to music, yeah, it does empower us all and all of that shit, but there's real stuff that can be done. And I don't think wheeling out some black folks, this doesn't make me feel any better that Clips were performing. And
I think that's how I feel. Like, and I don't want to, like, I really don't want to, because, you know, good intentions and good intentions. Just trying to see some of the pictures of it. Good intentions. But the bottom line of it, all the money that maybe went into this, can we just heal the world like properly? We're not speaking in code. I'm genuinely, Will Smith saying, why are we speaking in code? I'm not, because I genuinely haven't posted my thoughts. I've thought, let's explore it, because I hadn't heard about it. I didn't know it was happening. It caught me off guard. My cousin said it was amazing, but she just stumbled upon it. So I can imagine in a minute I hear Jennifer Hudson's voice, I'm going to go nuts. But I didn't watch it. Then I just thought, actually, and when I saw on socials, the Clips being the first hip hop artist to perform at the Vatican, that title didn't sit, I didn't care. Similarly, I was like, so what does that mean for the wider, why? Because it also is the Vatican. If it really, so, I don't know.
There's way more that can be done. I don't know. It's just even seeing it and remembering being in St. Peter's Square and looking around and seeing all of the things that were stolen from Egypt that just fill up Rome. There's so much more that we need to do in the world. It's like a concert, isn't it? This isn't going to move me. Like real reparations, actually, that you have obelisks everywhere, all over Rome, that need to be taken back to Egypt. You need to give your shit back. Like the whole city is actually built on pillaging from around the world. There's lots to be done, and a concert isn't the thing that is about light. As Shorty Blitz said, the road to hell was filled
and not by a man who is, how much many millions has Pharrell got, and how much is he charging for all his stuff? And he's standing there with his gold-plated teeth, and it's just a little bit weird to me. It's a little bit weird.
It's a little bit weird. Roland says the concert's supposed to celebrate the 2025 Jubilee year and mark the closing of the Third World Meeting on Human Fraternity, a conference led by the Fratelli Tutti Foundation. Even that sounds wild in itself. I need to Google this. because I don't even know about this.
What is a human fraternity?
I didn't know anything about this. Okay.
Human, I've got to look into this. Fraternity. And the clothing.
Spiritual and cultural initiatives.
Closing of a spiritual and cultural, is that what it says?
Yeah.
Because what that sounds culty in itself.
Yes.
I think that's it. I think that's what I didn't want to say. Like he was giving Farrah. Maybe it was his speech. Maybe I need to watch the whole thing. But that little speech was just giving me, I'm trying to suck your blood. Let me draw your blood.
So
I don't know. He doesn't age as well, so it's like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable.
It is officially announced that the World Meeting on Human Fraternity, so fraternity coming together, I'm walking it through for myself and my brain, will take place on September 12th and 13th in Rome's most iconic locations, culminating in the international event in Piazza San Pietro. Okay, that's that.
Yeah.
Fraternity is not only the result of conditions that respect individual freedoms, nor of certain regulated equity. Fraternity is something positive to offer both freedom and equality. Those words are from the Fratelli Tutti encyclical, are an invitation to rediscover the generative force of fraternity in today's world. It is precisely on this spirit that the World Meeting on Human Fraternity, now in its 3rd edition, was born. The aim of the initiative is clear and urgent: to reflect together on what it means to be a human today, in an era marked by conflicts, loneliness, new forms of poverty, environmental crises, and challenges related to technological progress. It is an opportunity for dialogue, sharing experiences, and, starting from fraternity, building new ways of hope and shared responsibility. Of the 2 days, there will be 15 thematic tables: agriculture, environment and sustainability, local administrators, art and literature, children, economy and finance, education, political training, enterprises, information, AI, work, health, sport, third sector. True labs for discussion and planning. These tables will convene in particularly symbolic venues in the city, such as the Capitol Line Hill, the FAO, the European Union headquarters, ABI, and the province of Rome, underlying the importance of open dialogue amongst institutions, civil society, academia, and the media. Okay. There's a lot here. But what I want to know is what will come out of it. Where's the report? The press conference presenting the 2-day event will be held on Friday, August 29th. That's a press conference. Where's the report? What will come out of it and what will be the actions? That's what I want to know. Because maybe this is a really good thing. Maybe this is a good thing.
It's never a good thing. This is just a humanitarian wanking session. This isn't anything important. It's when all of the people can get together and be like, I was flown out to Rome. You know, they do it all the time. It's like flipping going to, you know, the real meetings are taking place and we aren't knowing about this. This is an outward movement for us to be hopeful of global progression. They're all getting together, you know, guys. They're actually doing things. And then people who were sitting on think tanks, who are the lower rungs, are going to meet up in Rome for 2 days to just flipping rank on each other and be like, and this is what we're working on. And look, you know, it means nothing. It's just a way for them to spend millions. That's all they're doing. Having nice meals and listening to music. Nothing is going to change. This is bullshit.
Well, that's how we feel on that. Because I wasn't sure how to feel.
Yeah.
Yes. As High Skyin says, it feels like a way for elites to pat themselves on the back and pretend to do something by merely talking about it without actual results. I want to see the receipts. We will not see the receipts.
Because I don't understand. Because after
a whole civil war to take place, it's like we're not going to see anything.
And this is not to shit on the artist because I love the clips. All of that is great.
No,
seeing, and I guess for even the chance to perform at a place like this, and especially if you are religious, so there's something in that, or maybe it was a spiritual moment in the moment, and music is also so powerful. All of that, but it's a wider message. And at this point, at crunch time, when it's so crucial, I know music heals and music brings people together. Maybe, you know, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like
Band-Aid. It's like healed away. It's the same shit. You do big concerts. All it does is profile people. Loads of people know these artists. You know, nothing truly changes in the world. It's not how it works. Like, it's not through concerts. And we know this. We've been on this earth long enough to know this.
Okay. Well, that was that on that. It's World Afro Day. Or it was World Afro.
Oh shit. I actually meant to put up our Afro pictures. Forgot about that.
Well, it was like something to do with World Afro Day. There was a live stream about afros, and there's a girl that had a massive afro. She got into the Guinness Book of Records. I mean, did you not know it was World Afro Day? Do you think there's enough attention on World Afro Day? Did you realise World Afro Day was a country?
No, and I did mean to put up a post of us with our hair out like we did, I think, last year. I meant to actually recycle that post. I did know, but I didn't see anything particular on it other than pictures.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about in regards to afros anyway? Like, why do we have a World Afro Day?
Because
there's a survey that you need to do.
The rest.
Well, do you know what? To be fair, the founder is a British woman. To be fair, let's give her the props. She's a lovely lady. I remember when she was on the road to it. I think she's a British woman. She's a British woman. So she did her thing, but I think it's just awareness, loving her hair, and it was in the midst of all the discrimination that happened.
You know, people saying that if you go to work, you're not, you know, you're unkempt if you have your natural hair out and all this shit. So I suppose it's, like you said, to bring awareness to that.
It's pride in your afro hair, and we do know it. I'm joking in the sense of why do we have it? Because I guess we're all people that are very proud of our afro hair. But it is just acknowledging and reminding everybody that, hello, afro hair is okay. It's not scary. And for those who don't love it, love it. That's it. Michelle de Leon. Let me not mash it up. Michelle de Leon is the founder, and she works tirelessly to get this stuff in the public eye. And it's
schools as well. You know, it's important.
Yeah. So there's that. If anyone has nonsense stories, I haven't found any because I've got old ones. They're very old ones.
Have I seen anything crazy?
Nothing. I don't have anything this year. This today.
This year.
This year.
This is an old one. This little baby. Her kid was on the highway in China somewhere. You see the kid? She's got running. The kid was playing and running.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
The boy thought them up to play the game.
How did the baby get there?
I don't know.
Where is this?
Toy car
in China. His toy car.
That's crazy. He was riding and he managed to get on the road. Shit!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! My heart. But she may not be able to run faster.
Yeah, that's the thing. And it's, you know, like she might not be able to run. If me trying to run right now with my bad knee, I'd be doing the same thing.
No. Oh my god. That would be terrifying.
Yes.
So terrifying.
Look. Look.
Thank you, Rianne.
Thank you, Rianne. Wasn't the kid on the motorway that did it?
Shit. Oh my god, that is crazy.
That's frightening.
Strike 22, we did speak about that. You need to rewind.
Oh, I saw this as this was an old one as well. This guy that built his house next to his ex-wife's after a divorce. There's not footage. It's just that's what he did, apparently. Let's have a look. I thought it was a video.
Oh yeah, I've seen this one.
Oh, did it not play?
Yeah, there we go.
See this wood right here?
Yeah.
This is my wood.
Stop false advertising. Y'all, look how petty this man is. He didn't literally move right behind my house to start building the house just because we didn't separate it. So why are you gonna pick your house to be right there? Really? You ain't have to that close, you was still gonna be able to see the kids.
I
mean, didn't Kanye kind of do similar? Although he doesn't live in that house, but he bought somewhere.
He did. He did.
It says daily relationships for more footage like this. This is, I mean, we're gonna make a site out of everything. That is next. I mean, he had a nice body though. Next level pace. You're gonna build a whole house next to mine because we divorced.
Yeah,
and say ha ha.
Oh, what an arsehole. But you know.
Yeah, this is a
so
very.
what are you gonna play next from this delectable account on Instagram?
I don't know.
I'm paying for 5 days. 3 days, and I'm sick of this. Yeah, I can't wait till y'all mama get home. Yep. For 5 kids, single parent for 3 days for 5, especially this one. Turn around and face that wall. You the worst one. It ain't fun. Yeah. I'm paying for 5 days. 3 days, and I'm sick of this.
Bless. Yeah, well, 5 days is what it is.
Says, have you seen the clip of Tiffany Haddish, our favorite person, at Chris Brown's concert? It's on Shade Room.
Shade Room, let's have a look.
What is Tiffany up to now?
Guys, we're just going in the depths of hell right now. Let's see. Oops, what's happening? What's happening? What have I done? Oh,
yeah, we're on Shade Room.
No, it's me. My screen went nuts. Oh, that's sad. Where is it? This. Oh. I mean, she's got a very big tongue. I mean, if she wasn't problematic, she's just having fun.
Oh, Tiffany Haddish.
I mean, that's, as a comedian, as someone being fun, like, you know, she's just being silly. But, you know.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy guy says this is very normal for Tiffany. It is.
Yeah, it's just Tiffany having fun. Oh, this is enemy. I need to come out of here because we've got, we're going to talk about Nick as an enemy for sure next week.
I swear, whenever Nick does an interview of any kind, he ends up on the enemy of progress list.
Okay, guys, we're going to get some advice on this wonderful fellow here.
Okay.
Oh, we can't hear him. There's no noise. There's no sound. Here we go.
Offended by what you're saying. You get you a woman that knows how to listen to exactly what you're saying and process her anger appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
Because the wrong woman, she gonna hold you back. She gonna set you back from endeavors that you have. You gonna have plans, and she gonna do the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be giving instructions. She gonna do the exact opposite. You know what that's gonna cause? Y'all not working together.
Mm-hmm.
She's working against you.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. Stay away from the women that are actively working. Those women who are actively working against you, stay away from them. You say go left, she go right. You say go right, she go left. You could explain things to her without even cursing or raising your voice. She ain't gonna hear nothing you saying because how she feel about what you said, no matter how you say it. You know, the people, oh, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. And then you say it calm and respectful, and she still can't control herself.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, she will thwart your purpose and your plan. She will slow you down. Now, boys, right now, you get you a woman that know how to listen to you.
I agree. What's your favorite? Let's go to their favorite. What's his name?
Shaquille.
We will finish on Shaquille because I got episodes to edit.
Is it? Yeah. Let's see. What's he saying?
What's he doing now? Toxic. What's our latest one? Let's see.
Yeah.
I think I'm a bit of a weirdo. Like when I'm around people for too long, I need breaks. So I'll just do random stuff like go for a drive by myself, countryside. I might even go for a walk in the country and just collect my thoughts. And at night time, I'll just drive around the city, just watch like all the city lights reflecting on my car. And as much as it's a superpower, it's very, very tiring. I see so much. I see people's hidden agendas behind their smiles. As soon as someone says, I'm not gonna lie, I can see the lie. I can hear it. As much as people say I'm not gonna lie, I can hear the lies. I can see the lies. Like other little weird things I'll do is like I'll just go alone. I'll book a restaurant. It'll be like a high-end restaurant. There'll be a group of friends over there celebrating something or just getting together. There'll be a man and a girl over there doing up romance. and I'll just be there on my lonesome. I think I'm a bit of a weirdo. Like when I'm around people for too long.
Do you know what I can't stand? And you don't know this about me. I cannot stand self-proclaimers. You cannot self-proclaim because you shouldn't. If you're a weirdo, you shouldn't know that you're a weirdo. You cannot self-proclaim. The only thing you can self-proclaim.
Weird.
It's not weird.
Those things are not weird. Those things are not weird. Like the caption is, "I'm a weirdo. I like eating alone, traveling alone, walking alone. But am I truly alone?" Those.
Shaquille, man, he
What
doesn't.
are you talking about?
Let me eat alone. Let me eat alone. So no one's putting their hands in my plate. Let me eat alone. I love traveling alone. Then I don't got to worry about other people and their trolleys and their suitcases. It's great. That's not weird. People do solo trips all the time. It's not weird.
And go to the restaurant and chill because the amount of times I've been in the restaurant on my own.
Do you know how nice it is to go to a restaurant and you've just got the whole table for yourself and you're just there? Yes, please. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. He's a weirdo not for those reasons.
No, he's weird for sitting sideways and talking to an empty wall, and that's all he does. That's weird weirdo behavior. Who are you podding to? You're not having a conversation. You're literally just talking to a wall. That's weird.
Oh.
That's the weirdo.
Because I'm not jumping up and down, running around, running my mouth on a podcast talking about back in the day man did this, back in the day man did that. Don't think those things didn't happen. But this is not a brag or a boast. But sometimes I feel to brag and boast so you can understand the amount of progress I've made as a man. You won't see me bragging and boasting about it because I actually come from it. I've seen it, tasted it, and I don't like it. And I remember she was like, you shouldn't really care about like what my family think of you. It's only what I care about. And I was like, God bless her. And I hear where she's coming from, yeah? And I rate her for that. But at the same time, nah, your dad's got to rate me. Your dad's got to rate me. So does your sisters and so does your brother. In fact, your whole family used to rate me. Nah, man, I ain't accepting the bare minimum anymore. I feel like a lot of boys and men who actually come from the mud, try to transform their lives around, don't get enough praise. Do you know how hard it is that you're accustomed to a lifestyle of badness? You get praised for badness. You transform yourself. You work hard. You transform yourself. You transform your mindset. You clean up your heart. You clean up your soul. You even clean up the way that you speak, your etiquette, your mannerisms of when you're talking to people.
Okay.
And yet, uncle, you're still not rating my thing. Nah, you got to rate my thing, uncle. Sis or sister-in-law, you have to rate my thing. I've transformed. Do you understand? I've transformed. You have to rate me.
He shaved his beard, didn't he?
Yeah, he's taking it down. All right. You know what? This might be the only video before we did the extra bit, without the extra bits, where I'm like, okay, yes. I wish you'd do more of this speaking truth to power and transformation instead of women's stuff.
Because he went off on a tangent.
He did go off on a tangent. I prefer this. I'm not going to shit on this because you know what? Yes, if you've transformed and taken your life out of the mud to do better, I'm not going to shit on it because I know it's hard out there for certain man. So
I agree with all of that stuff, but I'm not saying that what he just said was golden because he went.
No, it's not golden. I would rather this than I'm a weirdo sitting in a restaurant. Yeah. And maybe with this video, it's giving me more context because maybe in his world it is weird because there's certain things that men are conditioned, especially if you're from the mud and the bits, that you're conditioned to think is weird. So I'm going to give him some grace and tie these two videos together.
This is where it starts with you, when you give him grace.
Little Rock says, aunties, add him to the roster.
What roster, Little Rock, please?
Do we want Shaquille Romero?
Yeah. I want him on.
The amount of times that we have cussed this guy.
No, if you got you got to put ones in the chat. You got to put ones in the chat.
You got to put tens in the chat. You got to put £10 in the chat.
Yeah, you got.
I've DM'd him.
Did he just? Did it even get read?
Ignored it.
What? It didn't even get seen, or
I don't know if he saw it. Actually, don't know if he saw it. I invited him on.
Anyway, I'm off that day.
Oh, come on.
Sit sideways and talk to the wall.
He can only come on if we can talk to him like that on the pod. So yeah, and get the mics like this. So you need to tell me, like, what have you been doing? Like, why do you talk to women like this? Like, what have you been
Will Smith is such an idiot. He said, Little Rock, they had Poet the Vagrant, Shaka No Bars. So this guy is logically the next person they interview. You're
You're troll.
Go away, Will Smith. We had conversations with Shaka and Poet. Listen, it's not question defending him, but do you know what? I am very conscious of guys that pull themselves up out of things. I am. I don't want to shit because there's a world of people. Yeah, so I'm just conscious of that because I don't want to laugh at that. I would remove things that women talking.
Have you forgotten?
This is how they get you. Remove. No, it won't. I'm not going to follow him, and I'm not going to invest in the freaking portrait.
You're going to pay money to listen to him.
Never. All I'm saying is, I would rather him speak truth to power and talk about the road that he's improved himself on than talking about how to get a woman and talking about you're a weirdo in a restaurant. No, you're not. But I would rather you speak about how you turned your life around from being on road, or I'm guessing you're on road, and you come
pay as much.
Okay, all right.
It doesn't pay as much as manipulating women.
Although you liked what he was saying, what he said, when you actually think about it, isn't too far off of what Ginger J said. And so I take umbrage with this type of rhetoric that Black people celebrate you when you're bad and you're shit and you are a degenerate. I think there are definitely a certain type of person that will, but it's not Black people. So him turning to Uncle rate me, don't take the piss.
That was weird. I don't
take the piss out of us. Like, we're all here being like, you know what, when you're an arse and you're a criminal, we are like, yeah, or we expect that. No, very few families do herald that up. And he's perpetuating.
That's what he's saying, but that's what he's saying. No, he's saying that, Uncle, you're supposed to rate me because I've turned my life around, but you don't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That rhetoric that this is a Black thing, that this is what we do, is bullshit. Most people do not celebrate their criminals when they come home and expect them to stay like that. They don't. Most families
talking to all the people that are judging him. I thought he was talking to people who were judging him, and I thought maybe I'm a little bit thingy because I've just had a conversation with someone that's talking about that someone mentioned, and this is just me exploring. This is not a defense of Shaquille at all. It's more about exploring the conversation, and maybe it's about getting some guys on. So something that the guy said was like, yeah, I want to do a pod, but I don't want to be one of them ones that sit there talking about my road life and talking about and highlighting that. So there's a specific thing or stereotype of certain men that get on a pod, and in order to get attention and like, they talk about their road life and glorify it. That's why I leaned into that and not him necessarily saying it's a Black people thing. I feel like he's speaking to a certain group of people, definitely not us, but I think he's talking to a certain group of people that have an expectation that he should be that type that's talking about, yeah, when I shot up 10 men and when I was on the road, He's also fighting whether or not to do that, because one day he's going to do that talk and just say, yeah, well, people force me, But I think he's talking to a certain group. I don't think he's saying it's all Black people. I think he's talking to his world, because his world that thinks that going to a restaurant is weird. His world that thinks that girl that he's chirps in, that's like, yeah, my dad's not going to rate you because you're a bad man. All that. He's not talking to everybody. I think it's a specific demographic of people. And just because I've spoken to one or two men that's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to be that man that does a podcast about road because there's an expectation or there's a world. It's not like we don't listen to those people. It's not our world. I think that's.
No, I feel like it's the same as like hip hop. It's the same shit. It's the same as gangster films. You think it does garner attention and everybody does it, but it only garnering attention because nobody is exploring what else you can talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. So it's like what he said is exactly what Ginger J was saying. It just wasn't with the aggression. But it's the same shit. It's the same shit that Black people, what you want is a bad boy. What you want to hear is my rags to riches. No, actually, can we have other forms of content, please?
Can you not talk about women and all of the stuff? I think he's talking to a certain core demographic. He's not talking to Black or the Blacks that we know. Remember, there's different algorithms and different pockets of people. He's talking to what he's saying. I've heard it been said. So he's talking to that set of people that we're not around.
And loads of people are doing the same. That's why it's still disappointing. I don't want him to do more of that. I don't want him to talk about his journeys. We've got all of that. Everybody is doing that. What other content can you do that isn't trying to get money out of Black women, that you still are producing content? What else is there?
Yeah, don't
two strings that men are doing. I'm talking to black women. This is how you get a man.
No,
oh,
don't
this
do
is
that.
my rags to riches story. Can we produce something else? There's other stories.
Exactly. That's all we ask for you, Shaquille. Do something else. You don't need to talk about any of this. But I would rather him not talk to women. I'd rather him talk about how he, and when I say working on himself, I'm like, what did you do to work? You go, he had that gym. He was doing his gym stuff. Do your gym stuff. Fitness, health. Do that. That's okay. There's people that are making loads of money making people healthy. Do that. Have your fortress as a run club. That's great. Develop your pectorals.
Your testicles.
Your pectorals.
I mean, if he comes on the show, we can have this conversation.
Yeah, we'll redeem you, little nephew. Well, how old is he, furthermore? Because I like the young kids.
I'm telling you, I think sometimes these folks are our cousins, you know. There's too many people that we would say.
I'm not throwing out nephew.
You
Cousin,
meet them,
cousin, yeah.
and we're only a few years older than them, and they are about here going on like, yeah, they're in their 20s and they're not.
Like 30, 40 maybe. It's true.
Yeah. Not throwing out that nephew thing, man. Seriously.
Okay, Mark One Group. Hey, Mark says, what other forms of content would you recommend?
What that he does? That's what I would talk to him about. I don't know what else is in his wheelhouse because we've only ever seen him talking to women.
Yeah,
but I would like there to be a new wave of content that especially black men start doing. That they actually like we see different forms. And they talk about different things. I don't mind a great story, but in 99, I was the best man on road shit. It's just boring. It's like
that's what you say. To be fair, that is exactly what he said. I don't want to do that. He's having because he has mystical conversations with the wall. So it's perceived as a perceived audience, but it's an audience that he's speaking to. Because do you know what? This could have been of one conversation, certain man might be like, yeah, no, you know what you should do? You should talk about that time when you licked off the and he might be like, no, I'm not doing that. So that's who he's talking to. People that might be expecting him to do that. What we also don't want is your advice to women because it's really, really, really poor. He gives poor advice to women. Please go through his page, guys, if you haven't seen him before. Poor advice. But I understand that little rant about don't expect me to be talking about road. But it also seems like he's thinking about it. So
I would love men to really sit down and lament on what type of a man they want to be, what type of friends they want to have. Like really, like I love all of the Black Boy Joy content. I love seeing that, doing different experiences and talking about that. I went with my friends and we experienced this. I would love that more than stuck in nostalgia of your past when you was a bad you, because that isn't everybody's story. So there's a whole load of black boys that we're not even hearing from because they don't believe that there's an audience that just want to hear about writing poetry or experiencing new things. I would like to watch that content. Why is it's not everybody that is on road anyway? Like, so can we just shine a light in other forms?
I think he has to using Shaquille as the case study, he can only be who he is. So he can only be who he is. We laugh and joke about his choice of commentary on relationships and women, which we find sexist, misogynistic, and terrible. That shit is shit. But he can only be who he can be. I think there are other podders that do other things. I mean, some of the guys that we've had on do quite a lot of different stuff. People might say that we talk about the same old as well. So there is that. I think there's room for you to do what you want. We're gonna laugh at people like Shaquille. To be honest.
Yeah, most definitely. We need more variations of wider things to talk about, like Marvin Harris. And
that's what Will Smith is.
More of that type of like a man that's going on an evolved journey, and we want to hear what you're learning, what is going on. It doesn't even have to be the therapy route. It could literally just be through living.
I wouldn't even mind if Shaquille was talking about his journey, and it really is. I guess we're picking and choosing what we want to hear from who we want to hear it. But if he was like, okay, so this is where I was from, and it's a journey, but and it is like Black Boy Joy or Black Boy Exploration, where you're doing things, pushes. Okay, today I am gonna go to dinner. This was my experience. What I found, I was nervous because where I'm from, that's not something that we do. So rather than just, and you know what, this is limitations. That's more an interesting exploration where I went to the restaurant for the first time by myself, and do you know what? This is okay. This is how it's okay to do this if you're from Asia and you're not used to it. It's maybe having a more honest commentary than rather than the way he's doing it. I think that's what it is. It's just the way he's doing it. Because I actually would have been interested in saying, I went to the restaurant for the first time. Man felt nervous as fuck. That's not what we're used to. I know I would have been laughed at, or man would have called me soft or whatever. But I went to the restaurant, had a good meal, and it was good. And I had a good time. Man, damn, more of you lot should do that. Because this is what I learned along the way, had time to reflect for myself. Maybe that would have been a better approach.
And maybe like talking into the camera. I just want to ask him, why are you sideways? And do you have a picture of your best friend on the wall and you're pretending like you're talking to your bestie or something? Is your mum on the wall as well? Like, I really
no, he's facing a mirror.
It's a mirror.
You think he's just talking to himself?
Yeah,
I just
facing a mirror.
want to know what the setup is. I need him to start doing mirror.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna yeah.
Math 4K said first time Bagel King. But that may be interesting. Somebody could tell that story phenomenally. The first time they went to Bagel King.
I think that's what it is. It's more like how do you expand instead of, again, my thing is don't talk to us women about, because the things you say are not learned and not really valid and a bit incel and red pillish. So that's why I'm not interested. But anything else about your own personal journey, actually, I'd rather that. I actually would rather an honest journey of Shaquille rather than talking to women.
Will Smith, you may not be a part of the chat. Like, I may actually put you on the timer. He said, I remember all the googly eyes when Pound Sterling was on the pod. Stop the cat. Shut your mouth.
Don't tell lies. No.
Listen, because Pound Sterling is an example of that type of guy that's from the bits, but has done good.
His journey.
His story journey. So that's why I said, like, you know what, we could be being a bit biased, but I would like Shaquille to follow that. But I don't know. Like, I'm pulling up Pound Sterling to show where there were there googly eyes, there were not.
Are you really going to go into our own things?
yeah. Let's see. I don't remember any googly eyes. And if anybody watch it for yourself at your own leisure, let's see.
Let's go to the beginning.
To show these
Sometimes you got to pop out and show. Yeah. All right, guys, we're about to get up in Pound's business because, wow, you came and blessed us. You're like the guy.
Yeah, you think so? No, I'm just me, man.
Look at humble brag.
Here we go on the little humble.
I'm just out here, you know.
Let me just smile a lot there. Okay.
I'm trying to make some money to feed my daughter.
All right, so we always do enemy of progress. Who is your enemy of progress? Who, what,
or
where,
a thing,
anything.
Anything that's pushing back.
What happened? What happened?
Simon said, why is everyone's cheekbone so high?
Because that's how God blessed us.
Aggression, culture-wise. That puts things like...
No, but to be fair, we were gassed because he came on, because we respect him.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, that part.
I said, well, when did AK smile
All right. Look, Kevin says, put Kevin up. Did you put Kevin's up?
Right, Kevin.
Are you
familiar with the podcast Black British Parent? If not, I'll email you the details. I would love to see you do a podcast collaboration with them. I follow them, actually. They're all right.
They're all right, actually. Yeah. Shut up, my top was open. I always have my top open on that top. Whatever, man.
I'll never do it again. I was 17.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford both. Slept on the bed base for like 2 weeks until I could afford the mattress. We spoke like that. Then by the time Richard Blackwood came, who was my second guest, Made You Think was the first.
Oh, right.
Oh, really?
He was my first guest.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's right. He did.
Okay.
Then Richard Blackwood come. He started speaking very openly, and my cousin, one of my other cousins, nudged me and goes, "You know what?
Not banter. You're a full-grown adult, and you're talking to a child like this.
So we get into the serious.
Yeah.
Kendrick said it. You're on Kendrick's side.
Kendrick won the battle. Kendrick won the battle.
Oh, you're a Drake fan. Are you sad now? Because
Really like my hair colour there.
No, Drake could never let me down. It's never that deep.
Okay.
No, he didn't let me down. He didn't let me down. I'm just saying that. When you say has he let me down, in what sense?
No, just like music, like just like I was a fan of Drake. He hasn't necessarily let me down.
No, he hasn't let me down.
But it's just like it's disappointing to see someone that was on such a rise do nonsense.
It's unfortunate, but listen, my expectation of people in general, like I look past all the stardom and all of this stuff and kind of look at them as an individual, and my expectation isn't that high for certain people.
Anyway, guys, find out for yourself. We were very happy to have Pound on.
Don't try it, Roland, about there's a lot of teeth showing in it. It really isn't. Well, I don't know. It's a good episode, but I don't remember it being even like funny a lot of the time. Like,
it's just a good episode.
He's a good guest, and he spoke about masculinity in a way that was nobody could say anything. We were all like, for real. That's the type of man that we all want. Like it was.
Will Smith is stupid. You can count all 128 teeth in the room. Listen, whatever, man. Okay, that's it. Done. That is it.
Okay.
Thank you, Roland.
Yes, I've got.
Thank you, Roland. He was a very good guest, guys. Let's go through everybody that gave us some shekels.
Okay, and we can have more of you. Like while I'm doing roll call, you can be adding to the coffers for us. We have Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin came back again and gave us £10.
Thank you.
Kevin came back again and gave us £2.
Thank you, Kevin. Little Rock has
been a member, and then she gave us 5 memberships. Thank you.
Shorty, you need to come on the show.
Definitely. Jay became a member as well. Rianne gave us £5, and then Kevin again.
Thank you. £5. Kevin, you gave us all your pocket money.
Thank you. Sim
Guys, I smile like this all the time.
She does. To be fair, she does smile like that all the time.
I got a big smile.
Okay. All right, when you're ready, ladies,
I'll message you, Shorty.
Maybe October now, isn't it?
Yeah.
All
right, guys. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for the new joiners. Big up Mark for joining, Shorty for joining. Thank you, the homies.
Bless you guys. There actually was some comments on Instagram. Next time, guys, on Instagram, please come over to YouTube.
Will Smith is cheap. He said that Kevin stole the van from Westfields and is cleaning the cash by a donation.
Stop trolling!
Get out of here, man.
Oh, bless you, man. Thank you. Big up myself.
Thank you.
Oh, Christian Jane.
We have to go. I've got to edit the episode.
I've got to eat, and I'm going to get hangry.
Yeah, you want to watch this Shaka Bars episode, and we need to try and get it out as soon as possible before the other people put theirs out. So let us go so that you have more content.
Edit away.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys.
Good night.
Bye now.
Bye.